Ooh, let me move myself a little bit this way. Yeah. I swear at some point my camera became mirrored, and I don't know how or why. That's much better doing it like that, though. I can just cut myself out a little bit like that. Okay, perfect. That's much better. Howdy, y'all. I know I'm just a tiny little person in the corner. So, a little bit different today. What we're going to do... Wait. Okay. What we're going to do is we're going to first lower the volume on this a little bit. It's royalty-free music. It's royalty-free dungeon music. Don't get mad at me. Anyway. YouTube's going to get pissed off at me. Wizards is probably going to sue my ass. Howdy. We're going to be covering the 2024 class and subclass changes. I mean, I know them all pretty well, you know, because of the TISM. So I might be forgetting some things from the OG handbook. It's not like I have it on me right now. But yeah, we're just going to go over like what changed, what got buffed, what I think got nerfed. I might be wrong. I'm horrible. So let's see. I know they took out a lot of the subclasses. Like they didn't remake most subclasses. They just wanted to get like 4 for every class. Just for the starting stuff. They'll probably release more later on. Force you to buy another $50 book and bullshit like that. Alright. So we are going to be going... Oh, Artificer is also not in this because it's an Eberron class that just kind of got mainstreamed later on due to Tasha's. But yeah, it's mainly covering the other stuff. Also, Artificer really doesn't need updated. Artificer is like the most thought out and well-designed class there is right now. Most up-to-date, I should say. Some people might disagree. Alright, so we're going to be going over Barbarians and their 4 subclasses. Berserker, Wild Heart, which changed Path of the Wild, or Totem Barbarian, changed them. World Tree and Zealot, these all got updated. Going over Bard, Dance is new. Glamour might be new, I can't remember it. It might have just been a shit one that, like, no one went. And then Lore and Valor, I know Valor got buffed. Cleric, Life, Light, Trickery, War, those are all new. Those are all the same, just updated. Druid, Land, Moon, Sea, and Stars. All these were already there. Except Sea. I don't remember Sea. It might be a new one, might be one that I just don't remember. I don't know why you'd want to be a Sea Druid when you could just be Circle the Moon and just turn into like a fucking shark or some shit. Fighter, all these subclasses are old ones, just updated. Same with Monk. Monk got buffed to shit, which we'll go over later. Paladin, Devotion, Glory, the Ancients, and Vengeance are all same, basically. Beastmaster, Fey Wanderer, Gloomstalker, and Hunter, those are all standard. I don't think they made really too many new ones now that I think about it. I think they just updated them to just, like, give you something. And now that I'm looking at all these, I'm 1000% certain they did that. But it's okay, I love wasting time. Alright, so let's hop into Barbarian. A fierce warrior of primal rage. Strength, yep. D12, so the hit points are the same. Strength and Constitution, so saving throw proficiencies are the same. Are you all able to read this with me? Or does this look too... Do you want me to zoom in a little bit? Here, let me zoom in a little bit for y'all. There you go. Go like that. I can just fuck off personally. That way we can read these. Perfect. I want everyone to be able to follow along. Barbarians are mighty warriors who are powered by primal forces of the multiverse and manifest as rage. Oh yeah, I should also read all this. I think their skill proficiencies are all the same. Simple and martial, yeah, that's what they always were. Light, medium, armor, and shields, yeah. Great axe for hand axes. We don't have to go over all that. We can really just get into like the meat of the stuff though. Becoming a barbarian, gain all the traits in the core, can some multi-class character. Can you start as multi-class now? Or is this saying if you're already a level into something? Because in older editions you could go like from the beginning, I'm fighter cleric, like at level 1. But I don't think they're adding that here. I think they're saying if you take a level into barbarian. Alright, level 1 rage. You can imbue yourself with primal power called Rage, a force that grants you extraordinary might and resilience. You can enter as a bonus action if you aren't wearing heavy armor. Yeah, so a lot of people get confused with barbarians. They're like, oh, you have to go unarmored. No, you can wear medium armor. Like, most good barbarians, they get to about 14 dexterity if their stats aren't high enough, and then they just wear half plate and just take the stealth disadvantage. A lot of people get confused by that. You can enter your rage the number of times shown for your barbarian level in the rage columns of the barbarian features tables. You regain 1 expended use when you finish a short rest. That's new. I'm pretty sure that's new. So when you do a short rest, you get a rage back. I'm pretty sure that's new. While active, your rage follows the... So that's a buff. While active, your rage follows the rules below. Damage resistance. You have resistance to bludgeon, piercing, slashing. That's standard. Rage damage. When you make an attack using strength with either a weapon or an unarmed strike. I don't know if the unarmed strike was there in the OG. It might have been. I know they added a lot of stuff where, like, you can just attack with your unarmed strikes, do everything with your unarmed strikes. Deal damage to the target. You gain a bonus to the damage that increases as you gain levels of the barbarian, as shown as the rage damage column in the barbarian feature table. It starts off at like it starts off like 2 extra damage per attack, from like 1 to 9, and then it goes like to 3, and then it goes to like 4, I think. All right. Strength advantage. You have advantage on strength checks and saving throws. Yep, while raging. No concentrations or spells. You can't maintain concentration. You can't cast spells. Yep. Duration. The rage lasts until the end of your next turn, and it ends early if you don heavy armor or have the incapacitated condition. If your rage is still active on your next turn, you can extend the rage for another round by doing one of the following. Make an attack roll against an enemy, force an enemy to make a saving throw, or take a bonus action to extend your... Ooh! This is new. You can just constantly keep it up, like, while you're, like, traversing hallways. Well, I think you can do bonus actions while walking around. Unless they mean, like, it has to be in a fight. Like, alright, I move 40 feet forward, bonus action, extend my rage. Like, I'm not sure if they're saying you can do that out of combat. But, DM's discretion, you know? Take a bonus action to extend your rage. Each time the rage is extended, it lasts until the end of your next turn. You maintain a rage for up to 10 minutes. Like, you don't really have turns outside of combat, so I don't know if, like, fight's over, if you can just, like, be like, I'm extending my rage, I'm extending my rage, I'm extending my rage. Your DM might allow it if it's going to be, like, bad encounters after bad encounters. They might allow it. It's really up to them. Alright, level 1, unarmored defense. While you aren't wearing any armor, your base armor class equals 10 plus your dexterity and constitution modifiers. You can use a shield and still gain this benefit. Yeah, that's standard. Alright, let's get into some more meat and potatoes here. So, level 1, Rage, Unarmored Defense, and Weapon Mastery. That's definitely new. They've been giving, like, every class Weapon Mastery here recently. Alright, Danger Sense, Reckless Attack, yep. Barbarian, Subclass, Primal Knowledge. That might be new, or it might be a Tasha's thing. Ability Score Improvement, Extra Attack, Fast Movement, Subclass Feature, Feral Instinct, Instinctive Pounce. Those are definitely Tasha's things. Ability Score Improvement, Brutal Strike. Yeah, so Barbarians used to, when they crit, they did extra crit damage. Now they replace it with Brutal Strike, which we'll get into in a little bit. Subclass Feature, Relentless Rage. Ability Score Improvement, Improved Subclass Feature, Persistent Rage, Ability Score Improvement, Improved Brutal Strike, Indomitable Might, Epic Boon, and Primal Champion. Okay. So level 1, Weapon Mastery. Your training with weapons allows you to use the master properties of 2 kinds of simpler martial melee weapons of your choice, such as great axes and hand axes. Whenever you finish a long rest, you can practice weapon drills and change one of those weapon choices. Okay. And that's how it's going to be for, like, everyone now. Like, if you get a new weapon, you can just finish a long rest and then get the weapon mastery for that said weapon. When you reach certain barbarian levels, you gain the ability to use the mastery property of more kinds of weapons, as shown in the weapon mastery column of the barbarian features table. Oh, cool. That's interesting. Danger Sense. You gain an uncanny sense of when things aren't as they should be. Oh, for those that don't know, weapon masteries, like, they just let you get, like, little vanilla extra flavors on stuff. Sometimes they'll let you do extra damage. Sometimes they'll let you trip. Like, your great axe can cleave through a dude and then hit the dude next to him, or your flail can, like, trip up a dude. Stuff like that. Alright, level 2 Danger Sense. You gain an uncanny sense when things aren't as they should be, giving you an edge when you dodge perils. You have advantage on dexterity saving throws unless you have the... I think this used to make it where you couldn't be caught surprised. So advantage on dexterity saving throws is crazy. That's really good. Especially if your stats aren't that high and you're just going with like a 14 dex. Oh, also shout out to whoever's in chat. Level 2 Reckless Attack. You can throw aside all concern for defense to attack with increased ferocity. When you make your first attack roll on your turn, you can decide to attack recklessly. Doing so gives you advantage on attack rolls using strength until the start of your next turn, but attack rolls against you have advantage during the time. That's the exact same. You can basically have advantage on all your attacks, but all attacks have advantage against you. Alright. Barbarian subclass, yeah, you just pick your subclass level 3. Primal Knowledge. You gain proficiency in another skill of your choice from the skill list available to barbarians at level 1. So, like... yeah, so you get another one of these, like the animal handling, athletics, intimidation, nature, perception, survival. You get to pick another one of those, okay. In addition, while your rage is active, you can channel primal power when you attempt certain tasks. Whenever you make an ability check using one of the following skills, you can make it as a strength check even if it normally uses a different ability. Acrobatics, intimidation, or perception. Stealth or survival. Interesting. So you can use your strength to perceive stuff now, or intimidate now, or stealth. I don't know how you're using your fucking strength. That's so stupid. When you use this ability, your strength represents primal power coursing through you, honing your ability, bearing and senses. Yeah, sure. Fucking rewrite it how it works. However you fucking want, I guess. That is goofy. Okay. Alright, level 4 ability score increase, level 5 extra attack, level 5 fast movement, level 7 feral instinct. But you have advantage on initiative rolls. Cool. I don't know if they had this. I think this is new. The advantage on initiative rolls, that seems really good. So, barbarians seem like so far that they got pretty buffed. Level 7, instinctive pounce. As part of your bonus action you take to enter your rage, you can move up to half your speed. Wow, that's pretty good. I think that wasn't Tasha's, though. Alright. Level 9, brutal strike. If you use reckless attack, you can forgo an advantage on one of the strength-based attack rolls of your choice on your turn. The chosen attack roll mustn't have disadvantage. If the chosen attack roll hits, so you have to choose prior? Ugh. So you have to call reckless attack, and then you have to call brutal strike, even before you hit? I don't know if I like that. If you use reckless attack, you can forgo any advantage on one strength-based attack roll of your choice on your turn. The chosen attack roll mustn't have disadvantage. And the chosen attack roll, I guess what you could do is you could knock your opponent prone because you have advantage on strength checks. Activate reckless attack, and then declare brutal strike, so you'll still have the advantage on it. That's probably how I would do it. Chosen roll mustn't have disadvantage. If the chosen roll attack roll hits, target takes an extra 1d10 damage of the same type dealt by the weapon around arm strike. And you can cause one brutal strike effect of your choice. You have the following effect options. Forceful blow. The target is pushed 15 feet straight away from you. You can move up to half your speed straight toward the target without provoking opportunity attacks, okay? The target's speed is reduced by 15 feet until the start of your next turn. A target can be affected by only one hamstring blow at a time. I fucking didn't read the name. Forceful blow. The target's pushed 15... so you can push it 15 feet back, or you can reduce its speed by 15 feet, and you deal an extra 1d10 damage, is what I'm seeing. That's okay, I guess. It's just making them where... because they used to have the improved critical. It's just making them where they have more options. Level 11, Relentless Rage. Your rage can keep you fighting despite grievous wounds. If you drop to 0 hit points while your rage is active and don't die outright, you can make a DC 10 Constitution saving throw. If you succeed, your hit points instead change to a number equal to twice your barbarian level. Each time you use this feature after the first, the DC increases by 5. When you finish a short or long rest, the DC resets to 10. So, correct me if I'm wrong, this used to be on Zealot. The old Zealot. But either way, that's fucking crazy. They'll just keep coming back. Level 13, Improved Brutal Strike. You have honed new ways to attack fiercely. The following effects are now among your Brutal Strike options, okay? Target has disadvantage on the next saving throw it makes, and it can't make opportunity attacks until the start of your next turn. Interesting. Sundering Blow. Before the start of your next turn, the next attack roll made by another creature against target gains a +5 bonus to roll. An attack roll can only gain one Sundering Blow bonus. These are kind of whatever, not gonna lie. When you roll Persistent Rage. When you roll Initiative, you regain all expended use of Rage. After you regain uses of Rage in this way, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest. In addition, your Rage is so fierce that it now lasts for 10 minutes without you needing to do anything to extend it from round to round. Your rage ends early if you have the unconscious condition or don heavy armor. Okay, so this is like where you'd get it for 10 minutes straight. So you probably, under normal circumstances, couldn't do the bonus action to extend your rage. This is what you'd need, the level 15 one. Like, out of combat and shit. Okay. Level 17, improved Brutal Strike. The extra damage of your Brutal Strike increases to 2d10. In addition, you can use 2 different Brutal Strike effects whenever okay, so that makes them a lot better, but you don't get that till 17, which is pretty rough. So, it looks like, just from reading all this, they got rid of the thing where, like, barbarians could rage forever, and they had infinite uses of rage, which granted was pretty stupid. Like, them just being perma-rage was, like, one of their biggest selling points. But I'm sure they'll get more support. Shout out to everyone in chat. Level 18, Indomitable Might. If your total for a strength check or strength saving throw is less than your strength score, you can use that score and place that total. That's actually from the original stuff. They're really stupid. So you can just use a 20 instead. Epic Boon, see Chapter 5. I have not read any of the Epic Boons or really any of the weapon masteries too well. But they recommend Boon of Irresistible Offenses are recommended. Primal Champion. You embody primal power. Your strength and constitution increase by 4 to a maximum of 25. So, this is actually a buff, because I believe it used to be they used to buff them up to 24. So now it can be a maximum of 25. Pretty cool. Alright, subclasses. Oh, they're all covered in one page. That's really nice. Okay. So, Vanilla Barbarian, Path of the Berserker. Alright. A Barbarian subclass is special. We already know what subclasses are. Path of Berserker, channel rage into violent fury. Barbarians who walk the path of Berserker direct their rage primarily towards violence. Their path is one of untrammeled fury, and they thrill in the chaos of battle as they follow their rage to seize and empower them. Level 3, Frenzy. If you use Reckless Attack while your rage is active, you deal extra damage to the first target you hit on your turn with a strength-based attack. To determine the extra damage, roll a number of d6s equal to your rage damage bonus and add them together. The damage has the same type as the weapon or unarmed strike used for the attack. Okay, so this changed a lot. And this right here is why everyone said Path of the Berserker was ass in OG 5e. Because it used to be where when you entered Rage, you could enter like a Frenzy while raging, and then you can make bonus action attacks with your weapon. And this is so much... And what would also happen is after that you'd get a stack of Exhaustion, which was just horrible, because exhaustion is such a brutal condition. So this is so much better, and the main reason why they're doing this, whether it's like on a hit you getting this, because it no longer competes with your bonus action to when you enter a rage, because a lot of the classes, they gave full action economy. Like everything has a bonus action it can use now, everything has a reaction it can use now, like outside of subclasses and stuff, which basically made it where like all your action economy will basically like constantly pull now, which is like kind of good, kind of bad, because it kind of like shits on like people who just like, I want to dual wield and I want to smack them as a bonus action. Like you probably won't be able to. But there's a weapon mastery that changes that now. Level 6, Mindless Rage. You have immunity to Charmed and Frightened conditions while your rage is active. If you're Charmed or Frightened, when you enter your rage, condition ends on you. I think that was how it was. I think this is exactly the same. Level 10, Retaliation. When you take damage from a creature that's within 5 feet of you, you can take a reaction to make one melee weapon attack against that creature using a weapon or an unarmed strike. That used to be the level 14 for Frenzy, for Path of the Berserker. That used to be the level 14, so they moved it to 10. Interesting. Level 14, Intimidating Presence. As a bonus action, you can strike terror into others with your menacing presence and primal power. When you do so, each creature of your choice in a 30-foot originating from you must make a Wisdom saving throw, DC 8 plus your Strength modifier and proficiency bonus. On a fail save, a creature has a frightened condition for 1 minute. At the end of each of the frightened creature's turn, the creature repeats the save, ending the effect on itself on a success. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again till you finish a long rest, unless you expended a use of your rage. No act required to restore your use of it. Interesting. So, as a bonus action, okay, so it would be like you rage. You can do this even before you rage, also. You don't even have to be raging to do this. And it's just like a big AoE fear. That's pretty cool. They used to have something like this at their level 10, but it was way weaker. And this is just straight up their level 14. So this got buffed out the ass. So far, Barbarian has just gotten insanely buffed. Especially, their vanilla Path of Berserker. This is crazy. Alright, Path of the Wild Heart. Barbarians who follow the Path of the Wild Heart view themselves as kin to animals. These barbarians learn magical means to communicate with animals, and their rage heightens their connection to the animals as it fills them with supernatural might. Level 3, Animal Speaker. This is definitely new. You can cast the Beast Sense and speak with animal spells, but only as rituals. Wisdom is your spellcasting ability for them. Interesting. You probably won't need Wisdom to play these barbarians, but, like, it's there. Your rage taps into the primal powers of animals. Whenever you activate your rage, you gain one of the following... Oh. You get to pick them now. So, old Totem Barbarian, you were like, I'm gonna be a Bear Barbarian. You were that for, like, your entire character all the way up to fucking 20. So now when you rage, you pick which one you, like, turn. That's fucking crazy. While your rage is active, you have resistance to every damage type except Force, Necrotic, Psychic, and Radiant. So that's a nerf. They did nerf Totem Barbarian, the Bear Totem Barbarian, because it used to have resistance to every damage type except Psychic. So that's a little bit of a nerf, but now you get to pick the other ones whenever you want, which is pretty crazy, or whenever you rage. When you activate your rage, you can take the disengage and dash actions as part of that bonus action. While your rage is active, you can take a bonus action to take both those actions. Dude, yeah, that is crazy. You can just zoom around the battlefield like a freight train. That's cool. While your rage is active, your allies have advantage on attack rolls against any enemies of yours within 5 feet of you. If you're, like, frontlining with a fighter and you go with that, oh my gosh, dude. You'll turn them into a blender. This is actually, like, I noticed that they nerfed Bear at first, but the fact you get to choose what you want when you rage is really cool. Aspect of the Wilds. You gain one of the following options of your choice. Whenever you finish a long rest, you can change your choice. Yeah, that is definitely new. Owl. You have dark vision with a range of 60 feet. If you already have dark vision, its range increases by 60 feet. Okay, you have a climb speed equal to your speed. You have a swim speed equal to your speed. So basically, if you're going down into like a cave or some shit, you can take Owl. If you're going to be traversing the mountains, you can take Panther. And if you're going to be going all in the open water, you can take Salmon. Alright, that's all pretty normal. Take a long rest prior, you just get to pick them. Okay, Nature Speaker. This is, I think, new. But only as ritual. Wisdom is your spellcasting ability for it. Yeah, I don't even know what Commune with Nature does. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. It's a spell. Alright, Power of the Wilds. Whenever you activate your rage, you gain one of the following options of your choice. So now you like activate your rage, you pick Bear, and you can pick one of these. Or you pick Eagle and you pick one of these. Wow, that is really new. While your rage is active, you have a fly speed equal to your speed if you aren't wearing any armor. That's fucking stupid. So you can just fly as a barbarian. It's crazy. While your rage is active, any of your enemies within 5 feet of you have disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than you, or another barbarian who has this option active. That's really good. This used to be what Bear... Like, Bear, you used to get this, and then you used to get this, and then you got, like, a reaction attack if they hit someone other than you, I think. Ram. While your rage is active, you can cause a larger or smaller creature to have the prone condition when you hit it with a melee attack. And there's no save? They just fall prone when you hit them? That's so goofy. That's crazy. There's no save. You just knock them over. That's funny. Alright, Path of the World Tree. Oh, this one is new. That's right. Alright. Barbarians who follow the Path of the World Tree connect with their cosmic tree Yggdrasil through their rage. Oh my gosh, everyone's like, holy shit, you pronounced it right. I'm a fucking nerd. The tree grows among the outer planes, connecting them to each other in the material plane. These barbarians draw on the tree's magic for vitality and as a means of dimensional travel. Okay. Okay, so a Nordic-themed barbarian. Pretty interesting. It's kind of druidy, but this one also is. Like, barbarians sometimes fall into the line of becoming a little druidic-y. It happens. Level 3, Vitality of the Tree. Your rage taps in the life force of the World Tree. You gain the following benefits. Vitality Surge. When you activate your rage, you gain a number of temporary hit points equal to your barbarian level. That is stupid. That is dumb busted. Do you know how annoying it is getting through a barbarian's health points when they already have resistance to fucking everything? For like most, they have resistance to most attacks. So it's basically, it's like, oh yeah, at level 20, you gain 40 temporary hit points. Which doesn't seem that much, but, you know. It's fucking there. That is very annoying for to try and get through. So they're already pretty good at tanking until at the start of each of your turns, while your rage is active, you can choose another creature within 10 feet of yourself to gain temporary hit points. To determine the number of temporary hit points, roll a number of d6 that's equal to your rage. Oh, they're like kind of like an off tank. Weird. Like a support tank. To determine the number of temporary hit points, roll a number of d6 equal to your rage damage bonus and add them together. If any of these temporary hit points remain when your rage ends, they vanish while you rage. So just at the start of your turns, you can choose another creature within 10. So yeah, if you have like a fighter or paladin on your right and you're playing this, you can just keep them fucking up. Nice. Or another fucking barbarian. Holy shit. Level 6. Man, imagine having 2 of these as a front line. That'd be so stupid. Level 6, Branch of the Tree. Whenever a creature you can see starts its turn within 30 feet of you while your rage is active, you can take a reaction to summon spectral branches of the world tree around it. The target must succeed on a strength saving throw, DC 8 plus your strength modifier and proficiency bonus, or be teleported to an unoccupied space you can see within 5 feet of yourself, or in the nearest unoccupied space you can see. After the target teleports, you can reduce its speed to 0 until the end of its current turn. So that's pretty interesting. So, whenever a creature you can see starts its turn within 30 feet of you, while your rage is active, you can just basically teleport them to you. Why this is also cool is because your allies can, like, just choose to fail. Like, if, let's say you have your little gnome, he's surrounded by, like, fucking 6 gnolls who want to gangbang him. You can just, like, when he starts a turn, you can just teleport him to you because your little gnome friend can just choose to fail the strength save. And then just be teleported to you. And then you don't have to reduce the speed, so then he can just run behind you, so you can just fucking tackle into that gnoll orgy. Alright, perfect. Level 10, Battering Roots. During your turn, your reach is 10 feet greater with any melee weapon that has the heavier versatile property. That's interesting. As the tendrils of the World Tree extend from you when you hit with such a weapon on your turn, you can activate the Push or Topple Mastery property in addition to a different master property you're using with that weapon. That's cool. So, like, you can do something, like, let's say you swing a Great Axe, you can activate your Great Axe weapon mastery, and you can push or topple them, and you get an extra 10 feet of reach on it. That's cool. So far it's seeming, I'm not seeing the synergy yet, but they seem pretty good. Like, I don't think they're synergistic in the class as a whole, but they just have, like, a bunch of, like, flavor options they constantly throw out. Travel along the tree. When you activate your rage, and as a bonus action while your rage is active, you can teleport up to 60 feet to an what? When you activate your rage, and as a bonus action while your rage is active, you can teleport up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space. Why the fuck can they just teleport 60 feet whenever they fucking want to? That is the dumbest thing I've ever read. Okay. Oh, I mean, it's their fucking subclasses. Alright, that's pretty OP. In addition, once per rage, you can increase the range of that teleport to up to 150 feet. What? You can also bring up to 6 willing creatures who are within 10 feet of you. Each creature teleports to an unoccupied space of your choice within 10 feet. Is this Ryze's ultimate from League of Legends? This is Ryze's ultimate from League of Legends. That's really funny. But the ability to just teleport as much as you want, 60 fucking feet. Like, you can teleport 60 feet and fucking still dash an extra, like, fucking 80 feet. Just, you can just go wherever you want. Yeah, so it seems like this, the branches of the tree, the thing where you can pull someone to you, and then now you can just teleport, and then you also have reach. They're really good at manipulating the battlefield and making sure that they're constantly attacking every turn. It seems like is their synergy. Plus, like, they're really good if you, like, literally super glue them to another front line. Oh my god, dude. They will be so OP. Alright. I don't know if OP is the right word, but they definitely seem like this is a very strong subclass. Path of the Zealot. God damn, look how thick this Dragonborn is. That's a thick-ass boy. Look at the neck on this thing. He don't even have one. This boy's all shoulders. Holy shit. Damn, boy. Thick-ass boy. Damn. Alright. Path of the Zealot. Rage and ecstatic union with God. Barbarians who walk with the Path of the Zealot receive a boon from a god or pantheon. These barbarians experience a rage as an ecstatic episode of divine union that infuses them with power. They are often allies to the priests and other followers of the god or pantheon. So a good way to look at Path of the Zealot, because I know it's in flavor right now, is your like Space Marines and shit who are like for the Emperor, and they just go like fucking absolutely insane, start killing a bunch of Tyranids and shit. I just know it's flavorful right now. That's a good way to visualize it. Alright. They're basically like paladins, but instead of like being level-headed, they just go absolutely ape shit. Level 3, Divine Fury. You can channel divine power into your strikes. On each of your turns while your rage is active, the first creature you hit with a weapon or an unarmed strike takes extra damage equal to 1d6 plus half your barbarian level. Okay, so at max, it would be 1d6 plus 10. The extra damage is necrotic radiant. You choose a type each time you deal the damage. That's new. You used to have to pick one and stick with it, so that's cool. Warrior of the Gods. A divine entity helps ensure you can continue the fight. You have a pool of 4 d12s that you can spend to heal yourself as a bonus action. You can spin dice from the pool, roll them, and regain a number of hit points equal to the roll's total. That's crazy. This is definitely new, this Warrior of the Gods thing. Your pool regains all expended dice when you finish a long rest. The pool's maximum number of dice increases by 1 when you reach Barbarian level 6, 12, and 17. 7 dice? Wow. What's 7 times 12? Real quick maths. Just kidding, I can do this. It's 84. So, right? Yeah, it's 84. So, 84 health. So, probably roughly like 30 to 30 something to like 80-ish health that you could gain. That's a lot when you're trying to kill a barbarian. So this is definitely buffed. Shout out to everyone in chat. Once per active rage, if you fail a saving throw, you can re-roll it with a bonus equal to your rage damage bonus, and you must wait. If you fail a saving throw, you can re-roll it with a bonus equal to your rage damage bonus. Okay, so some number between 2 to 4, depending on your level, and you must use the new roll. Okay. Level 10, Zealous Presence. As the bonus action, you unleash a battle cry infused with divine energy. Up to 10 other creatures of your choice within 60 feet of you. Oh, this is also new, by the way. Within 60 feet of you, gain advantage on the tax rolls and saving throws until the start of your next turn. Can't use it again until you finish a long rest, unless you expend a use of your rage. No action required to restore your use of it. Interesting. So as a free use, you can be like, alright, I'm going to use up one of my rage to give everyone this buff again. That's interesting. I think they had something similar to this, but this is a buffed version. Level 14, Rage of the Gods. When you activate your rage, you can assume the form of a divine warrior. This form lasts for 1 minute or until you drop to 0 hit points. Once you use this feature, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest. This is definitely new. While in this form, you gain the benefits below. Flight. You have a fly speed equal to your speed and can hover. Resistance. You have resistance to necrotic, psychic, and radiant damage. Revivification. When a creature within 30 feet of you would drop to 0 hit points, including yourself apparently, you can take a reaction to expend a use of your rage to instead change the target's hit points to a number equal to your barbarian level. Oh, okay. So like if you would like lose your shit here, you can instead use your reaction to keep yourself going. When a creature within 30 feet of you. Yeah, you're within 30 feet of yourself. So yeah, they definitely buffed the shit out of this. I think out of all these, if I had to like rank them, it would probably be, oh god, I would put Path of the World. I would probably put like if you're the solo frontline tank by yourself, I would put Path of the Wild Heart as number 1. If you have another frontliner, I would put Path of the World Tree as number 1. But like these are very interchangeable and very fucking good. Both these. Then as just straight damage, I would put like Path of the. Well, damn, they're also good at different stuff now I think about it. Solo tank, Path of the Wild Heart's the best. Side tank / your main tank with another frontliner, Path of the World Tree is really fucking busted. And then Path of the Berserker is really good at like CC and just straight up dealing shit tons of damage. And I think Zealot's the one that I'm the least impressed with. They do seem like they're very good at just staying alive, though, which is their main thing. Like, if you're not worried, if you're not even the tank, if you just want to stay in and just deal fucking damage, then they don't seem too bad. Overall, Barbarian seems like it got buffed through the fucking roof. Barbarian seems really good now. It already was pretty good, but now they seem like just fucking crazy. Alright. Time for, in my opinion, the most OP class. The best class. Bard. If no one has ever played a Bard before, you literally get to do everything. You get to be the face. You get to be the jack of all trades. You get to be the, like, you can even be the damage monkey in some builds. Like, just be the main damage dealer. You can just, like, take, like, spells like Fireball and shit and just be, like, the group's wizard. You can unlock doors and shit. You can do everything. Bards are so flexible, it's insane. Alright. This is all yada yada. Alright, we know this. Level 1, Bardic Inspiration. Alright. You can supernaturally inspire others through words, music, or dance. The inspiration is represented by your Bardic Inspiration dice, which is a d6. Using Bardic Inspiration, as a bonus action, you can inspire another creature within 60 feet of yourself who can see or hear you. I don't know if it's always been 60 feet, but it might be. That creature gains one of your Bardic Inspiration dice. A creature can only use one Bardic Inspiration die at a time, yeah. Once within the next hour, when the creature fails a d20 test, the creature can roll the Bardic Inspiration die and add the number rolled to the d20, potentially turning the failure into success. A Bardic Inspiration die is expended... Wait, what? You know, I've never thought about it, because I was like, I think you could just always use a Bardic Inspiration dice when you want, but you'd only use it on a fail anyway. So, yeah. So once within the next hour, when the creature fails a d20 test. So whenever you do anything involving a d20, that's like flirting with a girl, smacking an orc with, I don't know, the people's elbow or some shit, you can use a Bardic Inspiration die. The creature can roll the Bardic Inspiration die and add the number rolled to the d20, potentially turning the failure into success. A Bardic Inspiration die is expended when it's rolled. Yeah. Number of uses. You can confer a Bardic Inspiration die a number of times equal to your Charisma modifier, minimum once, and you gain all expended use when you finish long rest. That's all the same. Your Bardic Inspiration die changes when you reach certain Bard levels. As shown in the Bardic die column of the Bard feature tables, the die becomes a D8 at 5, a D10 at 10, and a D12 at level 15. Yep, I'm pretty sure that's all the same. Alright, level 1 spellcasting. I don't know if we'll go too much into this because this is all the same for the most part. I believe the spell slots and spell levels are all the same, to the best of my knowledge. There's so much knowledge information you have to know with, like, just picking up all the spell slots and stuff. So I think that's all looks about the same. Level 2, Expertise. You gain Expertise in 2 of your skill proficiencies of choice. Performance and Persuasion are recommended if you have proficiency in them. Bard level 9, you gain extra... Yeah, that's the same. Level 2, Jack of all trades. Ability check... I don't know if they got this at level 2, but I could be wrong. Example, if you... You can add half your proficiency you lack and doesn't otherwise use your proficiency bonus. Interesting. They're literally joking about the grappling bard. Level 3, Bard subclasses. Alright. We'll get to that when we do. Level 4, ability score improvement. Everything gets to level 4. Most things are like level 4, level 8s and shit like that. Yeah, you gain this feature at Bard level 8, 12, and 16. Most classes are 4, 8, 12, and 16. When it comes to ability scores / feats, the only two that aren't is Rogue, who gets them a little weirder, and Fighter, who gets them a little weirder. They get more just because they're like, just to keep up with the power level of other classes, especially spellcasters and all that shit. Alright, Font of Inspiration, level 5. You now regain all your expended use of Bardic's Inspiration when you finish a short or long rest. Okay, that... See, I was like, I think you get them back on a short rest, but it's level 5 apparently. Additionally, you can expend a spell slot, no action, to regain 1 expended use of. Interesting. And there's no use on this. So if you want to give something Bardic Inspiration, you can just get rid of like a level 1 spell slot or something. Interesting. I don't know if that's always been the case, but I could be wrong. Level 7 Counter Charm. You can use musical notes or words of power to disrupt mind-influencing effects. If you or a creature within 30 feet of you fail a saving throw against an effect that applies a charm or frighten condition, you can take a reaction to cause the save to be rerolled, and the new roll has an advantage. I think that's been there, and it's always been really good. Yeah, magical secrets. Basically, to sum it up, you can pick spells from other classes. Like, I usually always take Magic Missile and Fireball, even if I'm on, like, a support bard, just because it's Magic Missile and fucking Fireball. Alright. And then it goes all the way up to 18, 9, and 10. And 18, 19, and 20. So everything else is just subclass features, probably. Level 18, Superior Inspiration. When you roll Initiative, you regain expended use of Bardic Inspiration until you have 2. If you have fewer than that. Cool. 19, yeah, boon of Spell Recall, Epic Boons, and all that shit. Level 20, Word of Creation. You have mastered 2 of the Words of Creation, the Word of Life and Death. You therefore always have the Power Word Heal and Power Word Kill spells prepared. When you cast either spell, you can target a second creature with it if that creature is within 10 feet of the first target. I think they've had this, but I could be wrong. Not sure. You got our spell list. Let's see if they've got anything new. I'm not seeing Booming Blade or Green Flame Blade, but I know Valor Bard's on here, so that's interesting. Looks like there's some new spells. I'm not going to go over the spells in this, but I have no clue what fucking Starry Wisp is. You know what? We're gonna... That's gonna drive me insane. We'll look up Starry Wisp after this. Okay. Yeah, get some spells. Alright. Bard subclasses. Our first one, and is a new one, is College of Dance. From what I've heard, it basically turns a bard into a monk. And like, no memeing. They just basically become a monk. Because you like do like dance moves and stuff and kick around people. Alright. Bards of College of Dance know that the words of creation can't be contained within speech or song, which are uttered by the movement of celestial bodies and flow through the motions of the smallest creatures. These bards practice a way of being in harmony with the whirling cosmos that emphasizes agility, speed, and grace. Level 3. Dazzling Footwork. While you aren't wearing armor or wielding a shield, you gain the following benefits. Dance Virtuoso. You have advantage on any charisma performance check you make that involves you dancing. Unarmored Defense. You have armor class equal to 10 plus your dexterity and charisma modifiers. So, like, yeah, you become a monk that gets all the benefits of a bard, which is fucking stupid, because I'm reading this, and I know they buffed the shit out of monk, but why the fuck would I ever go a monk when I can just be a bard? Like, there's no point. Like, I can just, like, oh, hey, you gonna go monk? Yeah. Well, why don't you just go bard, who can just be a monk? Alright, sorry. I'll get into it all later. Alright. When you expend a use of your Bardic Inspiration as part of an action, a bonus action, or a reaction, you can make one unarmed strike as part of that action, bonus action, or reaction. Cool. You can use Dexterity instead of Strength for the attack rolls of your unarmed strikes. When you deal damage with an unarmed strike, you can deal bludgeoning damage equal to a roll of your Bardic Inspiration die, plus your Dexterity modifier, instead of the strike's normal damage. The roll doesn't expend the die. So, at level 3, it'll be 1d6 plus your charisma plus your dexterity modifier. Okay. So 1d6 plus your dexterity modifier. And at level 5 it'd be 1d8 plus your dexterity modifier. So yeah, you basically become a monk. But you get all the spells options and all the other support options of a bard, which is pretty stupid. Level 6, Inspiring Movement. When an enemy you see ends its turn within 5 feet of you, you can take a reaction and expend one of your Bardic Inspiration to move up to half your speed. So, Bardic damage or Agile Strikes. When you expend a use of your Bardic Inspiration, it's part of an action, a bonus action, or reaction. So yeah, so when you use this, you can also smack them in the head. When an enemy you can see ends its turn within 5 feet of you, you can take a reaction and expend one use of your Bardic Inspiration to move up to half your speed. Then one ally of your choice within 30 feet of you can move up to half their speed using their reaction. None of this feature movement provokes opportunity attacks. So basically, if you're sitting there after you just kicked a man in the head, someone walks up to you, you can be like, hey, I don't want any trouble. You can activate this at level 6, kick the man in the head again, run 30 feet, and then have one of your other front lines move 30 feet as a reaction. That's pretty good. That's not like crazy OP, but that's pretty good. It lets you patrol around the battlefield a lot. Tandem Footwork. When you roll initiative, you can expend one use of your Bardic Inspiration. When you roll initiative, bonus action or okay, so you can't smack someone when you roll initiative, of course. If you don't, when you do so, roll your bardic inspiration die. You and each ally within 30 feet of you who can see or hear you gain a bonus to initiative equal to the number rolled. Cool. Each ally within 30 feet of you? Holy shit. So yeah, you can just basically give everyone like, let's say you roll a 5 on it. You can just give every single ally within 30 feet of you +5 to their initiative. That's pretty good. Leading evasion. When you are subjected to an effect that allows you to make a dexterity saving throw to take only half damage, you instead take no damage. If you succeed on the saving throw, and only half damage if you fail. Okay. If any creature within 5 feet of you are making the same dexterity saving throw, you can share this benefit with them for that save. You can't use this feature if you have the incapacitated condition. So, this is evasion. Used to be a level 6 rogue thing, but you can extend it to other people. But yeah, basically you're entirely a bard, but you get to also play as a monk for free with like 0 repercussions. It's pretty stupid. Like, obviously, you probably won't deal as much damage as a monk would, but you get literally the entire bard thing to pick from. So, I think there is a support monk. I would probably just go this instead. Because you also get to be the face. You probably also have thieves' tools, so you can also be the thief of the group. You can also be the stealth person of the group. This literally can do everything. You can be the healer of the group while you're roundhouse kicking people in the head and throwing fireballs at people. This class is fucking crazy. Alright. You probably need to have like a high enough roll to support it though. So like you take like a 16 in con because you're going in and out of combat. And you can probably end on that. And then definitely not a tank at all. But like you take like a 16 in con because you're like going in and out of combat. And then you just get like a 20 to charisma and a 20 to dex. The rest can be whatever the fuck you want them to be. And yeah, you'll be very annoying. You'll be really good in, like, just frontlining with your friends and then just running away when you want to. And then just casting all the spells you want and need to. Pretty good. Alright. College of Glamour. They got this little glam rock girl here. The College of Glamour traces its origins to the beguiling magic of the Feywild. Bards who study this magic weave threads of beauty and terror into the songs and stories, and the mightiest among them can cloak themselves in otherworldly majesty. The performers stir up wistful longing for forgotten innocence, evoke unconscious memories of long-held fears, and tug at the emotions of even the most hard-hearted listeners. Level 3, Beguiling Magic. You always have the Charm, Person, and Mirror Image spells prepared. Interesting. In addition, immediately after you cast an enchantment or illusion spell using a spell slot, you can cause a creature you can see within 60 feet of yourself to make a Wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC. On a fail save, the target has the Charmed or Frightened condition, your choice, for 1 minute. The target repeats the save at the end of each turn, ending the effect on itself on exercise. That's pretty good. Once you use its benefit, you can't use it again until you finish long rest. You can also restore your use of it by spending 1 use of Bardic Inspiration, no action required. That's pretty interesting. Level 3, Mantle of Inspiration. You can weave Fey magic into a song or dance to fill others with vigor. As a bonus action, you can expend a use of Bardic Inspiration, rolling a Bardic Inspiration die when you do so. Choose a number... Wait. As a bonus action, you can spend a use of Bardic Inspiration, rolling a Bardic Inspiration die. Choose a number of other creatures within 60 feet of yourself, up to a number equal to your Charisma modifier, minimum of 1 creature. Gains a number of temporary hit points equal to 2 times the number rolled on the Bardic Inspiration die. And then each can use its reaction to move up to its speed without provoking... Oh! So if you're surrounded, or your entire group is in a really funky spot, basically you can use this Mantle of Inspiration at level 3, which is crazy. And every ally you want within 60 feet of you gains temporary HP equal to 2 rolls of your Bardic Inspiration die. So let's say you roll like a 6. Everyone within 60 feet of you, including yourself, gains 12 temporary HP. And then you get to, and then they all get to move how they want. Use this reaction to move up to its speed without provoking opportunity attacks. And then they all get to move, like, let's say, like 30 to 40 feet based on what their actual speed is. That's pretty good for repositioning in, like, a sticky situation. Like, if you're caught out in the open, it's like, you play your little song there, give everyone a shit ton of temporary HP, and then just get them where they need to be. That's really good. It can really help you reset in case you get, like, jumped in the fight. Mantle of Majesty. You always have the Command spell prepared. Command is good. As a bonus action, you can cast command without expending a spell slot, and you take on an what? And you take on an unearthly appearance for 1 minute, or until your concentration ends. During this time, you can cast command as a bonus action without expending a spell slot. What? You can cast command without expending a spell slot, and you take on an unearthly appearance for 1 minute until your concentration ends. During this time, you can cast command as a bonus action without expending a spell slot. Any creature charmed by you automatically fails a saving throw against a command you cast with this feature. You can't use it again until you finish long rest. You can also restore your use of it by expending a level 3 spell slot. No action required. That is weird. Slash... Wait, you just get to command stuff for free and there's nothing they can do about it? This seems OP. I could be reading that wrong. Hold up. Command. Ugh. 5E. You speak a one-word command to a creature you can see within range. Target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or follow the command on its next turn. Approach. Alright, let's see what they can do. Approach. The target moves towards you by the shortest and most direct route. Ending its turn, drop. The target drops whatever it's holding, and then it ends its turn. The target spends its turn moving away from you by the fastest available means. Growl. The target falls prone, and then ends its turn. Halt. The target doesn't move and takes no actions. A flying creature stays aloft, provided that it is able to do so. It must move to stay aloft. It flies the minimum distance needed to remain in the air. Okay, so you're basically like, you can just make them end on. Oh, that's not bad. That's really good, actually. Okay. Oh, level 14, Unbreakable Majesty. As a bonus action, you can assume a magically majestic presence for 1 minute, or until you have the incapacitated condition. For the duration, whenever any creature hits you with an attack roll for the first time on turn, the attacker must succeed on a charisma saving throw against your spell's charisma saving throw. That is brutal. Or the attack misses instead, as a creature recoils from your majesty. Once you assume this majestic presence, you can't do so again until you finish a short or long rest. Okay, so you can basically just be in the middle, activate this, and they have to pass a charisma saving throw, or all their attacks miss it against you. For the first time on a turn. Okay, so it would just be like their first attack. Then their next couple attacks they could hit on you. Okay. That's actually not that crazy. It's still pretty good, though. College of Lore. This is the classic vanilla bard. I think it's actually one of the best ones, not gonna lie. Bards of the College of Lore collect spells and secrets from diverse sources such as scholarly tomes, mystical rites, and peasant tales. The college members gather in libraries and universities, share their lore with one another. They also meet at festivals or affairs of states where they can expose corruption, unravel lies, and poke fun at self-important figures of authority. Level 3, bonus proficiencies. You gain proficiencies with 3 skills of your choice. That's pretty good. Level 3, cutting words. You learn to use your wit to supernaturally distract, confuse, and otherwise sap the confidence and competence of others. When a creature that you can see within 60 feet of yourself makes a damage roll or succeeds on an ability check or attack roll, you can take a reaction to expend 1 use of your Bardic Inspiration. Roll your Bardic Inspiration die and subtract the number rolled from the creature's roll, reducing the damage or potentially turning the success into a failure. Wait, that you can see within 60 feet of you makes a damage roll or succeed. Oh, okay. So basically, something's attacking your friend, or something's casting a spell to fuck up one of your friends, or they're ignoring one of your friend's things. You can use this to try and make them fail. Okay. It's interesting. It's always pretty good. This is the same as it was, I'm pretty sure. Level 6, Magic Discoveries. You learn 2 spells of your choice. These spells can come from the Cleric, Druid, or Wizard spell list, or any combination thereof. A spell you choose must be a cantrip or a spell for which you have spell slots, as shown in the Bard feature tables. Okay, so yeah, you just get more additional magical secrets, basically. I think that's what they used to call it, but now it's called Magical Discoveries. You always have those chosen spells prepared, and whenever you get a Bard level, you can replace one. Ooh, that is new. They used to be stuck with them, but now they can change them. That's pretty cool. Level 14, Peerless Skill. When you make an ability check or an attack roll and fail, you can expend 1 use of your Bardic Inspiration. Roll the Bardic Inspiration die and add the number rolled to the d20, potentially turning a failure into success. On a failure, the Bardic Inspiration isn't expended. That's really good, because I was expecting this to be like once per long rest or something. That's really fucking good. Alright, College of Valor. I hear they buffed them a little bit. The Dragonborn art in this thing is so good. They look like like Sophidia or whatever their names were from the Soul Calibur series that used to have the shields and then the fucking sword. They look like them. Alright. Bards of the College of Valor are daring storytellers who tales preserve the memories of the great heroes of the past. These bards sing the deeds of the mighty in vaulted halls or to crowds gathered around great bonfires. They travel to witness great events firsthand and to ensure that the memory of these events doesn't pass away. With their songs, they inspire new generations to reach the same heights of accomplishments as the heroes of old. Level 3, Combat Inspiration. You can use your wit to turn the tide of battle. A creature that has bardic inspiration... Okay, here's Martial Training, okay. A creature that has a bardic inspiration die from you can use it for one of the following effects. When the creature is hit by an attack, that creature can use its reaction to roll the bardic inspiration die and add the number rolled to its AC against the attack, potentially causing the attack to miss. That's pretty cool. I think they might already have that. Offense. Immediately after the creature hits a target with an attack roll, the creature can roll the bardic inspiration die and add the number rolled to the attack's damage against target. Okay, so you can just literally just do extra damage to your inspiration dice. I think they had that as well, but this is worded better, or it's a little different. I don't think this is the exact same. I think this is a little better than what it used to be, but I can't for the life of me remember it. Level 3 Martial Training. You gain proficiency with martial weapons and training with medium armor and shields. In addition, you can use a simple or martial weapon as a spellcasting focus to cast spells from your bard spell list. So, what I would do with here, if you went College of Valor and you didn't have any room for feats or subclasses, what you could do is level 10 magical secrets. You learn secrets from various magical traditions. Whenever you reach a bard level, including this level, and the prepared spells number, you can choose any known whenever you... So you could take, like, Booming Blade or Green Flame Blade here. That's what I would probably do. Not going to lie. And then you just take, like, a good spell. Probably Fireball. It's always Fireball. You just take Fireball. Alright. Level 6. Extra attack. You can attack twice instead of once whenever you take the attack action on your turn. In addition, you can cast one of your cantrips that has a casting time of an action in place of one of those attacks. Cool. That's new. So you attack once. Well, I guess with that, then you really wouldn't need Booming Blade. Because then you'd be stuck, and then I guess you could attack again. But what you'd probably do is you would Vicious Mockery, smack them. But then you need your dex really high. Oh well, you'd need a high dex anyway to play this class. College of Valor's always been awkward, but this fixes them up a little bit. Level 14, Battle Magic. After you cast a spell that has a casting time of an action, you can make one attack with a weapon as a bonus action. Okay, cool. So you cantrip, attack. Wait, after you cast a spell that has a casting time of an action, you can cast one that has a casting time as an action. Oh, so you can Booming Blade, smack, bonus action, smack. That's pretty fucking good. So they get 3 attacks, and one of them is a Booming Blade? If you wanted it to be? That's interesting. Also, shout out to everyone who tuned in and stayed for a little bit. Thank you. Alright, Cleric. A miraculous priest of divine power. Oh, sorry. I will actually go back. Is this Barbarian again? Yeah, so back to Bard. They don't seem that different. But what I will say is College of Lore is always going to be really fucking good. It's the best support option if you want it to be. It's a caster if you want it to be. You can do whatever the hell you want it to be. Valor seems a lot better, but if I was going to go a melee Bard, I would probably want to try out this more. The one that just makes you become a monk. College of Dance. And Glamour's like CC control that can like move in and out of the combat. I don't know. Bard's just Bard. It's always busted. Like, just reading it won't really let you see it. Playing it will let you see it. College of Valor does seem like a lot better, though. You'd probably do what you did with the other class, where you take, like, 16 into Constitution. You're probably not going to be tanking. And then, like, a 20 Charisma, 20 Dex. And then you're just smack, 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 smack with the Rapier. Seem pretty good. Alright. Cleric. But I don't think Bard got nerfed. I will say that. Bard did not get nerfed at all. Bard is still OP. Alright. Cleric. A miraculous priest of divine power. Oh my god, look at all this shit. I might just start going into the subclasses. Oh, wait, this is new though. Level 1 Divine Order. Because everyone gets their subclasses at 3 now. Clerics used to get their subclasses at 1, so now it looks like they get this instead. Level 1 Divine Order. You have dedicated yourself to one of the following sacred roles of your choice. Protector. Train for battle. You gain proficiency. Every cleric just can get proficiency with martial weapons and heavy armor if they want. That's crazy. Thaumaturge. You know one extra cantrip from the cleric spell list. In addition, your mystical connection to divines give you a bonus to your intelligence, arcane, or religion checks. Bonus equals your... Why would you not just take heavy armor over this? I'm gonna be honest, y'all. Why would you not take heavy armor over this? I know I might sound a little unga bunga, but I see this and I read this and I'm like, why the fuck would you not just take heavy armor over this? I guess if you're just like want to RP as a backline cleric, then that's why you would not take heavy armor. All right, Channel Divinity. You can channel divine energy directly from the outer planes to fuel magical effects. You start with 2 effects: Divine Spark and Turn Undead. Okay. Divine Spark and Turn Undead. Divine Spark, as a magic action, so it's an action, you point your holy symbol at another creature you can see within 30 feet of yourself and focus energy at it. Roll 1d8 and add your wisdom modifier. You either restore hit points to the creature equal to that total, or force the creature to make a constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the creature takes necrotic or radiant damage, your choice, equal to that total. On a successful save, the creature takes half as much damage. Okay, so you can use your channel divinity to pop people in the head. How many times can you channel divinity now, though? Use this class to channel divinity twice. You gain 1 use when you finish short rest, and you gain additional as shown in the channel divinity columns. Alright. Oh, okay, so it's 2, 3, and 4. And then you gain 1 back on a short rest now. Okay. So you can use your channel divinity more offensively now. Instead of just making all the undead afraid of you, you can now, like, shoot people with it. And at 18, you deal a 4d8 to heal or blast someone with it. Interesting. Level 5 Seer Undead. This looks new. Whenever you use Turn Undead, you can roll a number of d8s equal to your wisdom modifier, minimum of 1d8, and add the rolls together. Each undead that fails its saving throw against the use of Turn Undead takes radiant damage equal to the roll total. Target doesn't end the turn effect. That's new and cool. Blessed Strikes, we already know that one. Basically, whenever you smack something, you can deal an extra 1d8 of necrotic or radiant, or you can add your wisdom modifier to the damage you deal with cleric cantrips. Divine Intervention. Oh, that's calling on your deity to save your ass, and then at 20 it gets better. Yeah. Okay. Basically, at level 10, if you're about to die, you can be like, please, 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 my god, save me. Oh, actually, it does something different now. You can call on your deity or pantheon to intervene on your behalf. As a magic action, choose any cleric spell of level 5 or lower that doesn't require a reaction to cast. As part of the same action, you can cast that spell without spending spell slot or needing material components. You can't... Oh, so it used to be up to the DM's discretion. It was like, alright, I'm gonna roll to have my god save me. And if your DM was feeling like, you know, it's like, yeah, y'all are fucked, let me give you something. Like, oh, the floorboard collapses and 3 of the enemies fall to the ground to their death or something like that. It used to be something like that, but now it's like you just get a spell. That's interesting. I think I like the old one funnier because it could have just been the DM deciding to like be like, nah, your god abandons you, fuck you. Alright. Improved Blessed Strikes. The extra damage of your Divine Strike increases to 2d8, and whenever you cast a cantrip and deal damage yourself within 60 feet, you grant equal to twice your wisdom. Oh, okay. So whenever you cast a cantrip, so like Radiant Flame, you can give something like 10 temporary hit points, either you or like an something else. That's pretty good. I don't know if it's that good though. Epic Boon, great when you can cast. Call on even more powerful Divine Intervention. When you use your Divine Intervention feature, you can choose Wish when you select a spell. If you do, you can't use Divine Intervention again until you rest 2d4 long rests. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's a free Wish. That's pretty busted. For those that don't know, with Wish, it's basically up to the DM. Like, we're fighting the big bad. I wish he was in outer space. Like, okay. Cleric spells. Okay. What's that bard spell I said I was gonna look up? It was a new cantrip. Starry Wisp. Oh, wait. Starry Wisp. 5E. I've never heard of this. Ah, here we go. Wait. What does this do? Damn, you know what? We're gonna have to... Hold up. Where's spells at? Where's spells in here? Oh my god, this thing has 300 pages in it. Starry Wisp 5E. Oh, it just deals radiant damage and prevents a creature from turning invisible. Okay. We figured it out, y'all. Alright, back to clerics. Oh, that's a monk. Oh, this is monk. Oh, no. Spoilers. Oh, no. Oh, my god. How high did we go up? Oh, here's druid. No. Spoilers. Alright. So here's all the spells. I don't see anything new. I didn't see any new cantrips. So I was like, what the fuck is that? Yeah, everything here looks pretty standard. I don't know what legend lore is. Alright. Life Domain. This is the vanilla cleric. The life domain focuses on the positive energy that helps sustain all life in the multiverse. Clerics who tap into this domain are masters of healing, using that life force to cure many hurts. Can cure many boo-boos and ouchies. Existence itself relies on the positive energy associated with this domain, so clerics of almost any religious tradition might choose it. This domain is particularly associated with agricultural deities, gods of healing or endurance, and gods of home and community. Religious orders of healing also seek the magic of this domain. I'm not a huge fan of going a devoted, dedicated healer in 5e because it's just it's so much better to just whack-a-mole heal. But yeah, we'll get into it. Level 3, Disciple of Life. When a spell you cast with a spell slot restores hit points to a creature, that creature regains additional hit points on the turn you cast the spell. Additional hit points equal 2 plus a spell's level. Okay. 2 plus a spell slot's level. Okay, yeah, that's normal. Life domain spells: aid, bless, cure wounds, lesser restoration. Oh wow, so you get 4. Wow. Mass healing word, revivify. Aura of life, death word, greater restoration, mass cure wounds. So these are the spells you get. All the same, basically. Level 3, preserve life. As a magic action, you present your holy symbol and expend a use of your channel divinity to evoke healing energy that can restore a number of hit points equal to 5 times your cleric level. Choose bloodied creatures within 30 feet of yourself, which can include you, and divide those hit points among them. This feature can restore a creature to no more than half its hit point maximum. So bloodied means you're on 1 HP. To the best of my knowledge, that's what that means. Okay. Level 6, Blessed Healer. The healing spells you cast on yourself heal you as well. Heal immediately after you cast a spell with a spell slot that restores hit points to one or more creatures other than yourself. You gain hit points equal to 2 plus spell slot's level. Okay? Supreme Healing. When you would normally roll 1 or more dice to restore hit points to a creature with a spell or channel divinity, don't roll the dice for the healing. Instead, use the highest number possible for each die. For example, instead of restoring 2d6 hit points to a creature with a spell, you restore 12. That is so stupid. I mean, that's what you'd expect from them. You'd expect them to just fully heal everyone. Okay. But like I said, I don't really care for being a dedicated healer in 5e. It's much better to just end combats and whack-a-mole heal people. Like, if they're at 1 HP or they're at 0, just get them up and then they can just start swinging or shooting and shit. It's true. It's just much better and more effective to whack-a-mole heal in 5e. Alright, Light Domain. Bring light to banish darkness. This used to be what I would consider one of my favorite clerics. It's a really good blaster cleric. Let's see what they did to it. The light domain emphasizes the divine power to bring about blazing fire and revelation. Clerics who wield this power enlighten souls infused with radiance and the power of their deities, discerning vision, charged with chasing away lies and burning away darkness. The light domain is associated with gods of truth, vigilance, beauty, insight, and renewal. Some of these gods are identified with the sun, or as charioteers who guide the sun across the sky. Others are sentinels who pierce deception. Some are deities of beauty and artistry who teach that art is a vehicle for the soul's improvement. Level 3 light domain spells. Burning Hands, Fairy Fire, Scorching Ray, See Invisibility. All very good spells. Like, very good. Daylight and Fireball, very good. Arcane Eye, pretty good. Wall of Fire is really good. Flame Strike is just honestly shitty Fireball. Like, I would probably just upcast Fireball instead of use Flame Strike. And Scrying. That one was okay, it's just flavorful. But yeah, really good domain spells. Level 3, Radiance of the Dawn. As a magic action, you present your holy symbol, expend a use of your channel divinity to emit a flashlight in a 30-foot emanation originating from yourself. Any magical darkness, such as the created by the darkness spell, in that area is dispelled. Additionally, each creature of your choice in the area must make a Constitution saving throw, taking radiant damage equal to 2d10 plus your cleric level on a failed save, or half as much. Okay, so you can just nuke an entire thing now. I don't know if they used to have that, but that's pretty cool. To just like raise your holy symbol and just fucking obliterate a battlefield. But you also get Fireball later to do it as well. That's pretty cool. Each creature of your choice. Okay. Warding Flare. When a creature that you can see within 30 feet of yourself makes an attack roll, you can take a reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll, causing light to flare before it hits or misses. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier. You're getting all expended use when you finish the long rest. Yeah, they had that before. Basically, you're sitting in the back line, just spamming fucking cantrips, blasting dudes up, and then preventing your front line from getting obliterated. They're very good at this. Level 6, Improved Warding Flare. You gain all expended uses of your Warding Flare when you finish short or long rest. Cool. In addition, whenever you use your Warding Flare, you can give the target of the triggering attack a number of temporary hit points equal to 2d6 plus your wisdom modifier. I don't know if they had that. That's pretty good. And even if they did, that's pretty good. Light Cleric has always been really strong. Level 17, Corona of Light. As a magic action, you can cause yourself to emit an aura of sunlight that lasts for 1 minute or until you dismiss it. No action required. You emit bright light in a 60-foot radius and dim light for an additional 30 feet. Jesus! Your enemies in the bright light have disadvantage on saving throws against your Radiance of the Dawn and any spell that deals fire or radiant damage. Is that your... Oh, yeah, your big fucking nuke attack. Cool. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier, and you're getting all expended uses when you finish long rest. Damn, you can use it that many times? That's pretty good. At level 17, I'd expect something like that. They have disadvantage on saving throws against... Oh, so within that 60 feet fucking bubble of just blinding light that you're emitting, you can just spam Fireball. Very beautiful. Yeah, they're really good. Light Domains, like, honestly, I would much rather go them over Life Domain, because not only can you heal if you need to, you can also just start blasting, like, constantly just blowing up, do huge AoEs. They're, like, one of the few subclasses / classes that like is very good at constant AoE damage. Like if you're surrounded by like weak shit like goblins, you don't have to waste attacks on them. They can just sit there in the middle of them, just absolutely obliterating them. Very good. Trickery Domain. Classic. The Trickery Domain offers magic of deception, illusion, and stealth. Players who wield this magic are a disruptive force in the world, puncturing pride, mocking tyrants, freeing captives, and flouting hollow traditions. They prefer subterfuge and pranks to direct confrontation. Gods of trickery are mischief makers and instigate. So like Loki. Loki would be like a really good one. Honestly, I think he's who inspired like this to be so popular. Level 3, Blessing of the Trickster. As a magic action, you can choose yourself or a willing creature within 30 feet of you to have advantage on dexterity stealth checks. This blessing lasts until you finish a long rest or you use the feature again. Oh, this doesn't even last until you finish a long rest, or... Oh, so you can just always have this up. Interesting. So they always have advantage on stealth checks. That's pretty fucking good. Like, permanent advantage on stealth that you can give you and someone else is pretty good. Level 3, Invoke Duplicity. As a bonus action, you can spend one use of your channel divinity to create a perfect visual illusion of yourself in an unoccupied space you can see within 30 feet of yourself. The illusion is intangible and doesn't occupy its space. It lasts for 1 minute, but it ends early if you dismiss it. No action required, or have the incapacitated condition. The illusion is animated and mimics your expressions and gestures. While it persists, you gain the following benefits. Cast spells. You can cast spells as though you were in the illusion's space, but you must use your own senses. Distract. When both you and your illusion are within 5 feet of a creature that can see the illusion, you have advantage on attack rolls against that creature, given how distracting the illusion is to the target. That's cool. Move. As a bonus action, you can move the illusion up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space. You can see what that is within 120. Okay, got you. Okay. Man, they get a lot of shit, don't they? So you get the little Loki illusion shit. Okay, cool. Alright, you get Charm Person, Disguise Self, Invisibility, Pass Without Trace, Hypnotic Pattern, Non-Detection, Confusion, Dimension Door, Dominate Person. Dominate Person's so good. And Modify Memory. Alright, so you get some really cool stuff. Oh, this is them with their illusion. And it's a Channel Divinity, right? Yeah, so they wasted their Channel Divinity. What the fuck? Level 6, Trickster's Transposition. Whenever you take the bonus action to create or remove the illusion of your invoked duplicity, you can teleport swapping place with the illusion. So this could be really good on DM's discretion, because you could be like, oh, they don't know if I'm the illusion or not, because, yeah. Or wait, do they know? Oh, I think they said it's transparent, so they would 100% know. A visual illusion of yourself. The illusion is intangible. It doesn't occupy its space. Intangible. Unable to be touched or grasped, not having physical presence. An intangible thing. Images. Perfect. So does it look like this, or can you have it like look like you? So it can't be touched, obviously. Animated and mimic. Yeah, so they use this image here, but I think you can just like have it like look exactly like you. So it's really up to the DM's discretion if you swap with it and it's like, oh, they don't know it's me, haha, they might swing at it and just be like, oh, this one's a trick. But if your DM's a sweat lord or not really feeling like DMing, they might just be like, no, they know, no, they know which one's you, and then they just run right at you and attack you. I don't really like going classes like this, because like, if your DM's having a bad day, he might just say fucking just start swinging directly at you. Improved duplicity. The illusion of your has grown more powerful in the following ways. Share distraction. When you and your allies make attack rolls against a creature within 5 feet of the illusion, the attack rolls have advantage. Cool. Healing illusion. When the illusion ends, you or a creature of your choice within 5 feet of it regains a number of hit points equal to cleric level. Interesting. War Domain. War has many manifestations. It can make, this one's interesting. The Trickster Domain's always been good if you need, like, you typically go pretty high on dex with them and stuff. So, but it looks like it made it where it doesn't necessarily need to be dex-based now, so it's okay. It's very interesting, very flavorful, which is huge. I probably wouldn't go it, in all honesty, just because it puts a lot of effort on the DM. And I always try to avoid that when I can. They have already got enough work. War has many manifestations. It can make heroes of ordinary people. It can be desperate and horrific, with acts of cruelty and cowardice eclipsing instances of excellence and courage. Clerics who tap into the magic of the War Domain excel in battle, inspiring others to fight the good fight or offering acts of violence as prayers. Gods of the War Domain watch over warriors and reward them for the great deeds. They include champions of honor. Woof! We've been going for a while. Include champions of honor and chivalry, as well as gods of destruction and pillage. Other war gods take a more neutral stance, promoting war in all its manifestations and supporting warriors in any circumstance. Level 3, Guide Strike. When you or a creature within 30 feet of you misses with an attack roll, you can spend one use of your Channel Divinity and get that roll a plus 10 bonus, potentially causing it to hit. When you use this feature to benefit another creature attack roll, you must take a reaction to do so. I think they already had that, it's really good though, because you can just be like, oh my god, I'm gonna miss. Smack. Level 3, War Domain spells. Your connection to this divine domain ensures you always have War Domain spells. Guiding Bolt's good, Magic Weapon's good, Shield of Faith and Spiritual Weapon are both good. Crusader's Mantle, I'm not sure what that is. Spirit Guardians is good. Fire Shield's very good. Freedom Movement's good. Hold Monster's good. Don't know what Steel Wind Strike is. I think Steel Wind Strike and Crusader's Mantle might be new. But, who knows. Level 3, War Priest. As a bonus action, you can make one attack with a weapon or an unarmed strike. You can use this bonus action a number of times equal to your Wisdom modifier. You regain all expended uses when you finish a short or long rest. Yeah, just extra smack. Pretty good. Take a short rest to get it all back. Level 6, War God's Blessing. You can expend a use your Channel Divinity to cast Shield of Faith or Spiritual Weapon rather than expending a spell slot. When you cast either spell in this way, the spell doesn't require concentration, so the spell lasts for 1 minute, but it ends early if you cast the spell again, have the incapacitated condition, or die. That's pretty good, because you don't have to juggle between them if you have this. Instead, you can just be like, I'm going to get Spiritual Weapon up, or I'm going to get Shield of Faith on myself and go in. Typically, War Domain is a frontliner. Like, they go in combat, so you definitely want to get the heavy armor and shit for them. Level 17, Avatar of Battle. You gain resistance to bludgeon, piercing, and slashing damage. So you're basically constantly getting the rage bonus. Pretty good. War Domain's really strong, solid frontliner. Just like Life Cleric can be a really strong, solid frontliner because you can just keep healing yourself and stuff. Out of all of these, my personal favorite is the Light Domain. I think Light Domain's probably my personal favorite. They can heal, they can blow up everything, they can just deal tons of damage, they can provide CC options, they can provide support options, they're good blasters, they just do everything. I've always really been a huge fan of Light Domain. Life Domain is the same, it's just a big, fat, thick healer that can just stay in and just heal forever. Trickster Domain changed a lot. It's real flavorful, and if your DM is like flavorful / likes to play around with the idea of you like swapping with your illusion and stuff to like trick your enemies and stuff, then it could be really cool. But if your DM's one of the DMs where like you hit something with Booming Blade and it's like, okay, the creature stops moving, like how the fuck does a goblin know what Booming Blade is? If he's one of those DMs, then I wouldn't even bother going this. And then War Domain is very War Domain-y. Like, it hasn't changed too much, but they seem like they buffed it up and are really trying to streamline it to just be really good in combat and stuff. The only problem with War Domain is, like, you need to have a high strength or dexterity because you're constantly smacking stuff. You need to have a high constitution because you're constantly frontlining. And you need to have a maxed out wisdom because you're a cleric. So it's basically, you need to roll like a god to make the most out of War Domain, in my opinion. There's a lot of classes that suffer from that, and this is a subclass that definitely does. Druid! Finally, we're Druid. All this shit looks the same. Don't need to read that. Yeah, spellcasting, preparing your slots, blah, blah, blah. Wild shape uses, cantrips, prepared spells, 22, wow. Alright, level 1 Druidic. You know Druidic, the secret language of druids. Okay. Level 1 Primal Order. You've dedicated yourself to one of the following secret roles of your choice. Oh, so this is like what the clerics got, where they either got an extra cantrip or they got heavy armor. Okay. Magician. You know one extra cantrip from the druid spell list. In addition, your mystical connection to nature gives you a bonus to your intelligence checks. Arcane or nature checks. The bonus equals your wisdom modifier. Bonus +1. Wow. So you're going to actually make nature checks as a fucking druid. That's crazy. Warden. Train for battle. You gain proficiency with martial weapons and training with medium armor. Cool. Wild shape. The power of nature allows you to assume the form of an animal. As a bonus action, you can shift into a beast. You stay in that form for a number of hours equal to... You stay in that form for a number of hours? Equal to half your druid level or until you use wild shape again. If you have the incapacitated action or die, you also leave the form early as a... Oh, you can also leave the form early as a bonus action. Okay. You can use wild shape twice. You regain one expended use when you finish a short rest, and all expended use... Okay. That's new, where they gain use back on a short rest. You gain additional uses when you reach the depth. Known forms. You know 4 beast forms for this feature, chosen from beast stat blocks that have a maximum challenge rating of 1/4, and that lack of fly speed. The rat, riding horse, spider, and wolf are recommended. Whenever you finish a long rest, you can replace one of your known forms with another eligible form. Cool. Sorry. Level 4, 8. Okay. So level 8, you get the max. Wait, is there a? It does it just stop at 8? You only get up to level. You only get a 1 CR. It's crazy. But it's probably like different on Circle of the Moon, which we'll get to in a second. I'm sure is down here. Okay, so let's give her a look. Rules will shapeshift. You retain your personality, memories, and ability to speak. Wait, what? Huh? What? When you reach your number of the maximum challenge, starting at level 8. When choosing known forms, you may look at the monster manual or anything else. Rules while shapeshifted. While in a form, you retain your personality, memories, and ability to speak, and the following rules apply. You can talk while you're in beast form now? That's fucking crazy. Holy shit. We've always, that's definitely new. You used to not be able to talk while you were wild shaped, but, let's say, like, you're in dog form, you're investigating a scent or something, and, you can't communicate what you know, so now you fucking can. That's crazy. Temporary hit points. When you assume a wild shape form, you gain a number of temporary hit points equal to your druid level. Yeah, so basically how it used to be was when you shapeshifted, you would get knocked. You would basically, like, let's say the thing you shapeshifted into had 16 HP. You'd have its HP stat block, fall out of it, and the excess damage would carry on and hit you. Now you just gain temporary HP equal to your druid level, which is a pretty big nerf. Which is understandable, because you'd have Circle of the Moon players who would just... I turn into a woolly mammoth. Okay, you take 200 damage. I turn into a woolly mammoth. Okay. He's out of spell slots after the 18th time you turn into a woolly mammoth. Quit turning into a woolly mammoth. Basically, yeah, it's a pretty big nerf, but they were just so fucking stupid. Your game statistics are replaced by the beast stat block. Yep, you can't spellcast objects. You can't cast spells, but shapeshifting doesn't break a concentration or otherwise interfere with a spell you've already cast. Cool. Objects is determined by the forms. Yeah, so if you're a monkey, you can use a potion or the grapple wand, basically. Level 2, Wild Companion. You can summon a nature spirit that assumes an animal form to aid you. As a magic action, you can expend a spell slot or use it to cast a Find Familiar spell without material components. Oh, so they just give them this now. It used to be Wild Shape or this, I'm pretty sure. When you cast a spell in this way, the familiar is fey and disappears after you finish a long rest. Okay, cool. Druid subclasses, ability score, level 5, Wild Resurgence. On each of your turns, if you have no use of Wild Shape left, you can give yourself one use by expending a spell slot. No action required. In addition, you can expend one use of Wild Shape, no action required, to give yourself a level 1 spell slot. Oh, okay, so this is if you want to go caster, you can use your Wild Shape slots up for that. If you want to just stay in bear form, you can use your spell slots up for that. Cool. Level 7, Elemental Fury. The might of the elements flow through you. You gain one of the following option of your choice. Add your wisdom modifier to the damage you deal with any druid cantrip. Similar to the cleric thing that they get, where they either deal extra damage or... Oh, it is 100%. This is the same thing as the clerics, where they got to deal extra damage on their melee attacks, or they add their wisdom modifier damage to the cantrips. Alright, Primal Strike. Oh, and you can use this in beast form too. Okay, so yeah, you're definitely going to get this in beast form. An extra 2d8 on all your attacks in beast form is huge. Which is the next thing they get. And when you the other one that the spellcasting one gets is when you cast a druid cantrip within a range of 10 feet or greater, spell range increases by 300 feet. You just fucking grab the little fucking produce flame and just yeet it 330 feet at someone. That's pretty cool. Beast spells. While using Wild Shape, you can cast spells in beast form, yeah, except for any spell that has a material component with cost specified or that consumes this material. Alright, so that's fine. So you can just do non-material spells. Where's the level 20 Archdruid? Here we go. The vitality of nature constantly blooms within you, granting you the following benefits. Evergreen Wild Shape. Whenever you roll initiative and have no use of Wild Shape left, you gain one expended use of it. Cool. Nature Magician. You can convert uses of wild shapes into a spell slot. No action required. Choose a number of your unexpended uses of wild shape and convert them into a single spell slot, with each use contributing 2 spell levels. For example, if you convert 2 uses of wild shape, you produce a level 4 spell slot. Once you use this benefit, you can't do so again until you finish the long rest. Okay, in case you're like, I'm not shapeshifting, I'm only going to be casting healing spells and shit. Okay, cool. Longevity. Primal magic that you wield causes you to age more slowly. For every 10 years that pass, your body ages only 1 year. Okay, we already know that. Druid spell list. I'm not seeing anything new. Oh, they also get that new Starry Wisp thing. That's cool. Thorn Whip, Thunderclap. Yeah, this is all the same. They have Primal Savagery? Oh, Primal Savagery is no longer here. So they didn't recreate that. Basically let them smack, but they have Shillelagh instead, so that's fine. Like you turn your arm into like a bear arm and smack them and stuff. That was pretty cool. I'm not seeing it. Alright. Druid subclasses. Circle of the Land. And it's weird that they made a Circle of the Sea, because Circle of the Land used to have, like, you could just be, like, Circle of the Sea in it, I'm pretty sure. But alright, let's go over it. Circle of the Land. Celebrate connection to the natural world. The Circle of the Land comprises mystics and sages who safeguard ancient knowledge and rites. These druids meet within sacred circles of trees or standing stones to whisper primal secrets in Druidic. The circle's wisest members preside as the chief priests of their communities. Also, Circle of the Land is one that would definitely use all your wild shape slots into additional spell slots. They are 100% casters and blasters. Level 3, Circle of the Land spells. So, Arid Land, so like a desert, I guess. You'd get Blur, Burning Hands, Fireball, Blight, Wallstone. All real good. If you went a Polar Land, so an Arctic Druid, you get Fog Cloud, Hold Person, Ray of Frost, Sleet Storm, Ice Storm, Cone of Cold. All very good. Temperate Land, so like, I don't know, like the Midwest. Misty Step, Shocking Grass, Sleep, Lightning Bolt, Freedom of Movement, Tree Stride. Kind of weaker. Lightning Bolt's good. Freedom of Movement's not bad. And Misty Step's not bad. Kind of weaker in my opinion. I definitely like these two. So the Polar Land and the Air Land more. Tropical Land. Acid Splash, Ray of Sickness, Web, Stinking Glad, Polymorph, Insect Bite. Okay, so the jungle one is like all the fun spells. Okay. So you get like a movement one in the Temperate Land, you get the fun spells in the Tropical Land, and then you get like the CC spells in the Polar Land, and then the damage spells in the Arid Land. Okay, cool. Level 3, Land's Aid. As a magic action, you can spend a use of your wild shape. Yeah, you're definitely just dumping your wild shape into casting. Okay. As a magic action, you can spend a use of your wild shape. Choose a point within 60 feet of yourself. Vitality-giving flowers and life-draining thorns appear for a moment in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on that point. Each creature of your choice in the sphere must make a Constitution saving throw against your spell save DC, taking 2d6 necrotic damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one. One creature of your choice in that area regains 2d6 hit points. The damage and healing increases by 1d6 when you reach certain druid levels. 10 at 3d6 and... 3d6 at 10 and 4d6 at 14. Okay. Interesting. Level 6. Oh my god! Toes! Sorry. Level 6, Natural Recovery. You cast one of the level 1 spells that you have prepared from your Circle spells feature without the spending spell slot, and you must finish the long rest before you... Okay, that's cool. You can just basically cast a spell for free. In addition, whenever you finish a short rest, you can choose expended spell slots to recover. The spells... okay, so it's just recovering spell slots. Pretty good. Yeah, like I said, they're just casters and blasters. Level 10, Nature's Ward. You are immune to the poison condition, and you have resistance to the damage type associated with your current land choice in the Circle spells feature, and shown in the Nature Ward table. Okay, so if you're Arid, you're resistant to fire. Polar is resistant to cold. Temperate is resistant to lightning, and Tropical is resistant to poison. Cool. Level 14, Nature Sanctuary. As a magic action, you can expend a use of your wild shape and cause spectral trees and vines to appear in a 15-foot cube on the ground within 120 feet of yourself. They last there for 1 minute or until you have the incapacitated condition or die. You and your allies have half cover while in that area, and your allies gain the current resistance of your nature ward while there. As a bonus action, you move the cube up to 60 feet to ground within 120 feet of yourself. So are you stuck in this? Whenever you finish a long grip, choose one type of land, and then you gain this stuff. Oh, okay. You used to be stuck as it, but now you can change. That's pretty cool. Like, if you know that you're going to be fighting a green dragon, you can be like, okay, I'm now a tropical land druid, and now I'll gain resistance to the poison it's going to be spewing out. Circle of the Land's always good. Good caster, good blaster. Now they have a little bit more utility / the ability to rotate is pretty good. Circle of the Moon's the one that everyone cares about, though, because wild shaping is the most fun. Alright. Circle of the Moon. Druids of the Circle of the Moon draw on lunar magic to transform themselves. Their order gathers under the moon to share news and perform rituals. Changeable as the moon, a druid of the circle might prowl as a great cat one night, soar to the treetops as an eagle the next day, and then crash through undergrowth as a bear to drive off trespassing monsters. The wild is in the druid's blood. Level 3, Circle Forms. Let's see what we got here. The maximum challenge rating for the forms equal your druid level divided by 3. Round down. So, at level 3, you can turn into a CR1 creature. And at level 20, what would that be? 20 divided by 3. So, 6. CR6 Beast. Let's check. We want CR6. Mammoth. Okay, so you can still turn into the fucking Mammoth. We're still stuck in Mammoth hell. Are you kidding me? Strength 24, Dexterity 9, Constitution 21, and then it'll take your intelligence, your wisdom, and your charisma. Yep, this is still pretty good. Gore, melee attack plus 10, reach 10 feet, 1 target, 48 plus 7, and you get a stomp. They're still pretty good. You can have your entire party ride on because they're huge. Yeah. Still turn into the Mammoth. Alright. Circle of the Moon spells. Cure Wound, Moonbeam, Starry Wisp. Oh, you get that for free. Conjure Animals, Font of Moonlight, Mass Cure Wounds. A lot of healing on them, interestingly enough. Okay. A druid in wolf form howls at the moon with a little cardinal. That's cute. Level 6. Improved Circle Forms. While in the wild shape form, you gain the following benefits. Is this stuff they got was Circle of the Moon spells? And... oh, in addition, you can cast the spells from this feature while you're in wild shape form. Nasty. Okay, that's actually cool. So, normally you can't cast spells in wild shape form till way later, but you can cast it. So you can cast Starry Wit. So you can just turn into an eagle, fly up, and just start like peppering dudes with cantrips and stuff. That's cool. That's a very big buff. Oh, I didn't even read this shit. Until you leave the form, your AC equals 13 plus your wisdom modifier. If that total is higher than B. Wow. So they get a shit ton of armor now. You get a number of temporary hit points equal to 3 times your druid's level. Oh, wow. That's cool. So they didn't like just leave them high and dry. So you basically get stuff that's just going to increase your natural hit points, and then you gain a shit ton of temporary hit points every time you wild shape. That's really good. I know a lot of people were upset that they were going away from like the infinite mammoth spam, but this is also really good. Like, yeah. And you get to cast all this shit while you're in there. It's cool. Alright. While in wild shape form, you gain the following benefits. Lunar Radius. Each of your attacks in wild shape form can deal its normal damage type or radiant damage. You make this choice each time you hit with those attacks. Increased toughness. You can add your wisdom modifier to your constitution saving throws. That is really good. Level 10, Moonlight Step. You magically transport yourself, reappearing amid a burst of moonlight. As a bonus action, you teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space. You can see. You have advantage on the next attack roll you make before the end of this turn. You can use this feature... wait. So it's Misty Step, kinda. Reappearing amid a burst of moonlight. As a bonus action, you teleport up to 30 feet to an unoccupied space. You can see. You have advantage on the next attack roll. Okay. Use this feature a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier. You gain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. You can also regain this by expending the level 2 spell slot for each use you want to restore. Okay, cool. So yeah, you can just turn your spell slots into teleports, basically. That's cool. Lunar Form. The power of the moon suffuses you, granting you the following benefits. Improved Lunar Radius. Once per turn, you can deal an extra 2d10 radiant damage to a target you hit with a wild-shaped form attack. That's cool. Shared Moonlight. Whenever you use the Moonlight Step, you can also teleport one willing creature. The creature must be within 10 feet of you, and you teleport to an unoccupied space. So if someone's riding you, if you're like a fucking moose or something, that's cool. That's cool. Oh, and this is it? Well, they're pretty good. They get extra damage now. They can teleport and shit. They can cast their spell. They can cast Cure Wounds and Moonbeam and Conjure Animal. Oh. So now they can cast Moonbeam and concentrate on Moonbeam to, like, move it around and shit. That is pretty good. Because if you go up here, under Beast Casting, rules while wild shaping, no spell. You can't cast spells, but shape shifting doesn't break your concentration, otherwise interfere with. Yeah, so you can, like, move the spell around and shit and stuff. That is pretty cool. Yeah, they definitely buffed the shit out of these guys. Well, they nerfed them, but they buffed them. Like, they kind of moved it at, like, an angle. They took away the ability to just constantly shapeshift in and out of a fucking woolly mammoth a billion fucking times to annoy the DM, and really made them more unique, I feel like, which is a lot better in my opinion. Alright, Circle of the Sea. Druids of the Circle of the Sea draw on the tempestuous forces of oceans and storms. Some view themselves as embodiments of nature's wrath, seeking vengeance against those who despoil nature. Others seek mystical unity with nature by attuning themselves to the ebb and flow of the tides, following the rush of currents and waves, and listening to the inscrutable whispers and roars of the winds. Okay, just make sure everything was running well. When you reach a druid level specified in the Circle of the Sea spells table, you thereafter always have the listed spell prepared. Okay. Fog Cloud, Gust of Wind, Ray of Frost, Shatter, Thunderwave. Lots of cantrips there. Wow. Lightning Bolt, Water Breathing, Control Water, Ice Storm, Conjure Elemental, Hold Monster. Good spells. Real good spells. Level 3, Wrath of the Sea. As a bonus action, you can spend a use of your wild shape to manifest a 5-foot emanation that takes the form of ocean spray that surrounds you for 10 minutes. It ends early if you dismiss it, no action required. Manifest it again or have the incapacity condition. When you manifest the emanation, and as a bonus action, you can choose another creature you can see in the emanation. Target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw, use your spell save DC, or take cold damage. How much cold damage? How much cold damage do they take? When you manifest the wait. As a bonus action, you can spend a use of your wild shape to manifest a 5-foot emanation that takes the form of ocean spray that surrounds you for 10 minutes. It ends early if you dismiss it, no action required, manifest again, or when you manifest the emanation, and as a bonus action on your subsequent turns... Oh, I see it now. I see it down there. When you manifest the emanation and as a bonus action on your subsequent turns, you can choose another creature you can see in the emanation. The target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw against your spell save DC or take cold damage, and if the creature is larger or smaller, be pushed up to 15 feet away from you. To earn this damage, roll a number of d6s equal to your wisdom modifier. So wow, you can just be dealing 5d6 at level 3. Is crazy. Like, if they're just around you, you can just deal 5d6 to them. That is fucking stupid damage at level 3. Level 6, Aquatic Affinity. The size of the emanation created by your Wrath of the Sea increases 10 feet. In addition, you gain swim speed equal to your speed. Level 10, Stormborn. Your Wrath of the Sea confers 2 more benefits while active. Flight. You gain a flight speed. Wow. Resistance. You have resistance to cold, lightning, and thunder damage. Cool. Level 14, Oceanic Gift. Instead of manifesting the emanation of Wrath of the Sea around yourself, you can manifest it around one willing creature within 60 feet of yourself. That creature gains the benefits of the emanation and use your spell, save, DC, and wisdom modifier for it. In addition, you can manifest the emanation around both of the other creatures and yourself. You spend 2 uses of your wild shape instead of one manifesting it. So this, like, ocean shit they summon around themselves, that shit is very fucking strong. I was about ready to start shitting on this, like, it's just whatever. But no, these are really good. And of course you can flavor change it too. Like, you could have just honestly gone, like, if you just wanted to be like a storm druid, you could be like, they'd probably be like, you can just go polar land. But this actually isn't just like ocean, even though it's druid of the sea. It's basically like a storm sea / hybrid. Tons of damage, real good blaster, real good caster. I really like this one. I would probably play this. Circle of the Stars. Circle of the Stars has tracked heavenly patterns since times more. I'm probably going to start reading these. I'm running out of breath and voice. Level 3, Star Map. Create a star chart as part of your heavenly studies. It is a tiny object, and you can use it as a spellcasting focus for your druid spells. You determine its form by rolling on the star map table or by choosing one. Holding the map, you have Guidance and Guiding Bolt spells prepared, and you can cast Guidance without spending a spell slot. Guiding Bolt without spending a spell slot. Cast it a number of times equal to your Wisdom modifier, and you gain all expended use when you finish long rest. Okay, so you get a shit ton of free uses of Guiding Bolt. That's pretty good. If you lose the map, you can perform a one... Okay, so you basically summon a little sextant or a little astronomy map or something in your hand, and you kind of hold it how like a wizard holds a spell book, and you can just cast a shit ton of Guiding Bolts and Guidances out of it. That's cool. I think they already had that, though. Druid of the Sea is definitely new. Like, I don't remember it, and it's very strong, which is surprising. Alright, level 3, Starry Form. As a bonus action, you can expend a use of your Wild Shape feature to take on a Starry Form rather than shape-shifting. While in your Starry Form, you retain your game statistics, but your body becomes luminous, your joints glimmer like stars, and glowing lines connect them as on a star chart. This form sheds bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light for an additional 10 feet. The form lasts for 10 minutes. It ends early if you dismiss it, no action required, have the incapacitated condition, or use this feature again. Not when you die. Interesting. Because you'll be incapacitated. Whenever you assume your Starry Form, choose which of the following constellations glimmer on your body. Your choice gives you certain benefits while in the form. Archer, Chalice, and Dragon, all the same. Let's read what they do now, if anything's different. Constellation of an Archer appears on you. When you activate this form, and as a bonus action on your subsequent turns while it lasts, you can make a ranged spell attack hurling a luminous arrow that targets one creature within 60 feet of you. On a hit, on a hit, the attack deals radiant damage equal to 1d8 plus your Wisdom modifier. Okay, that's the same. Chalice, Constellation of Life-Giving Goblet appears on you whenever you cast a spell using a spell slot that requires hit points to a creature. You or another creature within 30 feet of you can regain hit points equal to 1d8 plus your Wisdom modifier. Chalice is the same. Yeah, they're really good at like just either being blasters or healers. Dragon. A constellation of a wise dragon appears on you. When you make an intelligence or a wisdom check on a constitution saving throw to maintain concentration, you get a roll of a 9 or lower on the D10. D20 is 10. This is the exact same. Let's see this Cosmic Omen. Whenever you finish a long rest, you can consult your star map for omens and roll die. Until you finish your next long rest, you gain access to a special reaction based on whether you rolled an even or odd number on the die. Even, whenever a creature you can see within 30 feet of you is about to make a d20 test, you can take a reaction to roll 1d6 and add the number rolled to the total. Okay. Whoa. Whenever a creature you can see to you is about to make... Oh, okay. So basically, after your long rest, you roll dice. If it's odd, you get woe. If it's even, you get wheel. And wheel helps your allies woes against your enemies, and it's like a 1d6, like bless basically, slash negative bless. All right, that makes sense. Level 10, Twinkling Constellations. The constellation of your star forms improved. The 1d8 of the Archer and Chalice become 2d8, and while the Dragon is active, you have a fly speed of 20 feet and can hover. Moreover, at the start of each of your turns, while in your starter form, you can change which constellation glimmers on your body. That's cool. Just going in and out, like. You can just start as blasting, and then it's like, oh, I gotta concentrate on the spell, so you go into dragon form and just, like, fly off. And then it's like your team starts going down, so you can just switch to fucking heal mode. That's pretty cool. Level 14, Full of Stars. While you're in star form, you become partially incorporeal, gaining resistance to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing damage. Okay. This is the same. This is really good. The Circle of the Seas. I was not expecting that. Circle of the Moon changed a lot, but I think it's for the better. And Circle of the Land seems like it's pretty much the same. Just still solid. Druid seems like it hasn't changed too much. The biggest thing that I saw is you don't just gain the hit points of whatever you shapeshift into to use that health block anymore, so you can't just constantly shape into shit to protect yourself. And your Circle of the Moons can spellcast a lot better when they're in Circle, when they're in their beast forms and stuff. And you can talk in beast form now, which is huge. I can't wait to share that with my group, because we've had so many times where it's like, oh, I've got the scent, but I can't communicate with y'all because I'm in book form. I'm gonna message that when I can. Alright, Fighter. I know these guys got buffed out the ass. How many have we gone through so far? 4? Okay. Alright. Fighters roll mini battlefields. Oh, finally not a spellcasting class so I can skip shit. Hell yeah. Fighting style, yeah. There's, I think them, Ranger, and Paladin are still the only ones that get a fighting style. Which is different than Weapon Mastery, obviously. You've honed your martial prowess and gained a fighting style feat of your choice. See Chapter 5, Defense is recommended. Why would they recommend defense? That's shit. Whenever you gain a... it's not shit, but, like, I would never recommend defense. Whenever you gain a fighter level, you can replace the feat you chose with a different fighting style feat. Cool. So, yeah, you can just change your fighting styles a lot. I remember that being a big thing they put in Tasha's. Level 1 Second Wind. You have a limited well of physical and mental stamina that you can draw on. As a bonus action, you can use it to regain hit points. You go to 1d10 plus your fighter level. Yep, you can use this feature twice. Okay, so they get 2 uses now. And you regain 1 expended use when you finish short rest, and you regain all... Okay, so yeah, they can Second Wind a lot more now. When you gain more use as shown in the Second Wind column on the fighter. What the fuck? Oh, it goes all the way up to 4 now. Wow. They used to only have 1 use of Second Wind, and it's like, you get it, and then you fucking can't do shit with it. Level 2, Action Surge. You can push yourself beyond your normal limits for a moment. On your turn, you can take 1 additional action, except the magic action. Yeah. Action Surge is crazy. Once you use this feature, you can't do so again until you finish a short or long rest. Starting at level 17, you can use it twice before a rest, but only once on a turn. Yep. That's the same. Tactical Mind. You have a mind for tactics on and off the battlefield. When you fail an ability check, you can expend a use of your second one, push yourself towards success. Rather than regaining hit points, you roll 1d10 and add the number rolled to the ability's check, potentially turning in 6. If this check still fails, the use of the second one isn't expended. That is really good. That's definitely new. So, like, you can, like, if you're at full health and, I don't know, you fail an ability check. Oh, okay, so it's not a saving throw. Okay. So, an ability check, like, you're trying to bang a bitch or something, you can just use your second wind to try and succeed. Perfect. Beautiful. Chef's kiss. Level 3 fighter subclasses. Level 4 ability score improvement. So, fighters like Rogue get extra. Normally, it's 4, 8... 12... Well, normally classes only get 4 ability score increases. Fighters get 5, I think? No, they get 6. Fighters get 6 ability score increases / feats, and rogues get 5. Everyone else gets 4. And fighters are getting buffed a shit ton of this and getting extra ability score increases and feats, which is really cool. So they get it 4, 6, 8, 12, 14, and 16. So they get a ton. Level 5 extra attack. Yep. Level 5 tactical shift. This is also new. Whenever you activate your second wind with a bonus action, you can move up to half your speed without provoking opportunity attacks. That's cool. So you get stabbed or something, you can second wind, get out of there. If you're not a melee fighter, if you're like a ranged fighter, because a lot of fighters also use bows and shit. Level 9, Indomitable. If you fail a saving throw, you can reroll it with a bonus equal to your fighter. I remember this shit. You must use the new roll, and you can't use this feature again until you finish long rest. Twice before long rest, starting at 3 and 3 times. Okay, so basically, if you fail a roll at level 20, you can just add a 20 to the roll. It's so goofy. Level 9, Tactical Master. When you attack with a weapon whose mastery property you can use, you can replace that property with push, sap, or slow property for that attack. Okay, cool. So, fighters get a lot of weapon masteries. They get 6, which is a lot more than other classes. And now, instead of using your weapon mastery, you can push, sap, or slow that target instead. That's cool. Level 11, 2 extra attacks. Yep. You can attack 3 times instead of once whenever you take the attack action on your turn. Level 13, studied attacks. You study your opponent and learn from each attack you make. If you make an attack roll against a creature and miss, you have advantage on your next attack roll against that creature for the end of your next turn. That's also new. Jackson, get out of there, you little shit. Get out of there. Go. Go, critter. Get out of here. Level... Epic Boon, yep. Get out of here, Jack. Come on. You're terror. Level 23 extra attacks, yep. Fighter attacking 4 times is the best meme. Alright, fighter subclasses. A fighter stands between an ally and the onslaught of a black dragon. Yep. Jack, get out of here, terror. Go away. No one likes kittens. Alright. Battle Master. Master sophisticated battle maneuvers. I'm not going to read all this. But Battle Masters are cool because they get superiority dice that they can use to change up their tactics whenever they hit or miss or dodge or do anything with an attack. They can roll a superiority dice. Kind of similar to Bardic Inspiration, but like a little, but only for the fighter, basically. Alright, level 3, Combat Superiority. You experience on the battlefield has refined your fighting techniques. You learn maneuvers that are fueled by a special dice called Superiority Dice. Maneuvers. You learn 3 maneuvers of your choice from the maneuver options, section later in the subclass's description. Many maneuvers enhance an attack in some way. You can only use... Jack, you're pissing me off. Please go. Thank you. Thank you, baby boy. Thank you, baby boy. I love you. Sorry, my kitten is driving me insane. Alright, you learn 3 maneuvers of your choice from the maneuver options, section later in the subclass description. Many maneuvers enhance an attack in some way. You can only use 1 maneuver per attack. You learn 2 additional maneuvers of your choice. Can you quit scratching on my gaming chair too? You learn 2 additional maneuvers of your choice when you reach fighters level 7, 10, and 15. So you get fucking 9 total? That seems like a lot. Each time you learn new maneuvers, you can also replace... Okay, so you used to be stuck with them, but now you can just change them up. That's cool. This one... Okay, Superiority Dice. You have 4 Superiority Dice, which are D8s. I think these start at 6. It's a lot. And I think you start with less. Superiority Dice is expended when you use it. You gain all Superiority Dice when you finish a short or long rest. Okay? Gain additional Superiority Dice when you reach fighters level 7, 5 dice total, and 15, 6 dice total. Okay, cool. If a maneuver requires a saving throw, the DC equals 8 plus your strength or dex modifier, your choice, and proficiency bonus. Yep. Level 3 Student of War, you gain proficiency with 1 type of artisan's tool of your choice, and you gain proficiency in 1 skill of your choice. Skills available to fighters level 1. Okay, cool. That's all. This is all basically the same so far. Level 7, Know Your Enemy. As a bonus action, you can discern certain strengths and weaknesses of a creature that you can see within 30 feet of yourself. You know whether that creature has any immunities, resistance, or vulnerabilities, and if that creature has any, you know what they are. Once you use this feature, you can't do so again until you finish a long rest. You can also restore a use of this feature by extending 1 superiority die. No action required. Interesting. Level 10, Improved Combat Superiority. Your superiority dies become a D10. Level 15, Relentless. Once per turn when you use a maneuver, you can roll 1d8 and use the number rolled instead of expending a superiority die. What? What? When you use a maneuver, you can roll 1d8 and the number rolled instead of expending a superiority die. How can you use it? So you just get infinite uses of 1d8s? That's fucking crazy. I don't remember that being a thing, but it might have been. So Battle Masters just have infinite uses of their maneuvers? That's fucking crazy. They're just 1d8s instead. But it's still a 1d8. That's a big die. Ultimate Combat Superiority. Your superiority dies become a d12. I don't remember this, but this is like a level 15 feature, so obviously it's got to be like fucking cracked. But I don't remember it being like they get infinite fucking superiority dice that are 1d8s. That seems really good. I'm not going to go over all of the maneuvers, but some of them are really fucking good. Battlemaster has always been like the best fighter, and this seems like it here. Like they are strong as fuck. Like it always went like fighter was like C tier, and then Battlemaster was B tier. Like, yeah. Well, they seem fucking crazy, as Battlemasters always are. Alright, Champion. I know Champion got a bunch of buffs. Alright. Level 3, Improved Critical. Your attacks roll with weapons and unarmed strikes can score a critical hit on a roll of 19 or 20 on the D20. That's the exact same. Level 3, Remarkable Athlete. This used to be the level 7 feature. Thanks to your athleticism, you have advantage on initiative rolls and strength athletic checks. Oh, so for grappling and shit. That's cool. Wait, advantage on initiative rolls? That's new. That's really good. In addition, immediately after you score a critical hit, you can move half your speed without provoking opportunity attacks. That is really good for bowing and gunning. For running and gunning and all that shit. That's really good. Level 7, Additional Fighting Style. So you just basically can grab defense. Or if you're a dex-based dude with archery, you can grab dueling. So you can go in with a rapier when you have to. Level 10, Heroic Warrior. The thrill of battle drives you towards victory. During combat, you can give yourself Heroic Inspiration whenever you start your turn without it. Okay. So what Heroic Inspiration is normally something the DM has to give you if you do something that's very extra RP flavorful. Basically, if you roll something and fail it, you can use Heroic Inspiration to re-roll it. So at the start of each of your turn, you can just re-roll a bad roll, which is really stupid. I think that's really busted. Alright, level 15, Superior Critical. This used to be their like higher up one. Your attacks roll with weapons and unarmed strikes can now score a critical hit on a roll of 18 to 20 on the d20. Okay, that's still their same buff though. Level 18, Survivor. You attain the pinnacle of resilience in battle, giving you these benefits. Defy death. You have advantage on death saving throws. Moreover, when you roll at 18 to 20 on death saving throw, you gain the benefit of rolling a 20 on it, which is 2 saves. Okay, that's cool. Heroic Rally. At the start of your turns, you regain hit points equal to 5 plus your Constitution modifier if you're bloodied and have at least 1 hit point. So if you're like almost downed, you get back up. Okay, that's cool. Or if you get up, basically you get up from being downed, and then you gain a bit of hit points. Cool. Eldritch Knight. I know the Eldritch Knight did not change at all. They're basically a wizard. They're basically a fighter who casts spells as well. I know they did not change at all. The thing they changed the most on, though, is... yeah, Warbond's the same. Excuse me. When you take the attack action on your turn, you can place one of the attacks with the casting one that has a casting time of an action. That. When you take the attack action on your turn and improved War Magic. When you take the attack action on your turn, you can place 2 of the attacks with the casting of one of your level 1 or level 2 wizard spells that has a casting time of an action. So basically, you can attack, use up 2 of your attacks to cast a spell, attack again, and then do something as a bonus action. Which is like the biggest change. So the main reason why you do that is Eldritch Strike. You learn how to make your weapons strike undercut a creature's ability with standard spells. When you hit a creature with an attack using a weapon, that creature has disadvantage on the next saving throw it makes against the spell you cast before the end of your next turn. So basically what you do is you attack, hit it, give it disadvantage on your spells, use 2 of your attacks to do improved War Magic to like cast like Hold Person on it or something. And then, Jack, I know you're bored, little boy. I know you're bored. And I love you, but you're driving me insane. I'll play with you after this, okay? I'll play with you after this. Got you, stink. You need a bath. Alright. Sorry, I'm talking to my, my crackhead orange kitten. Alright. When you hit a creature, I don't even think he's a kitten. That creature has disadvantage on the next saving throw. Okay, yeah, so you can do a lot of cool stuff with them. They've always made really good tanks. They got buffed a little bit here, not too crazy, so I didn't really want to like go over them too much. Battle Masters and Champions are a lot different, though. To the best of my knowledge, I don't remember them having that Relentless thing. Battle Master might be the entirely the same, and I was just shocked because they're so fucking busted. But yeah, EK is basically the same. Pretty good. I honestly don't even want to go over Psy Warrior because I know Psy Warrior is basically the same as well. And I've been streaming this for a shit ton. Psy Warrior's never been that good because it requires you to have intelligence. So it takes, like, so the best part about fighters is, you can just get, like, your strength of 20, you can get your con to whatever you want it to, and then, like, and then you can just get a shit ton of feats. With Psy Warrior, instead of getting feats, you take the ASIs and increase your intelligence and stuff. It's also really good if you just roll like a god, but the bonuses you get aren't that good. Like, you can do, like, extra damage that's, like, not a lot, and you get these Psy Warrior dice instead of the superiority dice. Oh, they do get a shit ton of dice now, though. They used to not get this many. I still don't know. I heard that they didn't change at all, though, when I was reading them. But I don't know if they always had this many dice. But yeah. They're basically warriors that use their mind and shit. I don't know. I'm not a big fan of them. I think out of all these, Battlemaster is still probably the best. Dude, their Dragonborn art looks so good in this PHP. Yeah, so Battlemaster is the best. Champion has definitely risen up a lot. It definitely is a lot more interesting than what it used to be. You can grapple and shit now. Probably not as good as EK. It would probably go Battlemaster, Eldritch Knight, Champion, and then Psy Warrior if you want. I just have like zero. I just give zero fucks about Psy Warrior. I think it's honestly ass. Alright, Monk. How many more do we have? Paladin, Ranger, Rogue, Sorcerer, and then Wizard, right? Warlock, and then Wizard. Oh my gosh, okay. I was like, yeah, this will be like a quick little, like, fucking 1 hour stream. Fuck me. Alright. Monk. Skip all the... I'll just go over stuff that just changes, that I can instantly recognize. Yeah, martial arts, bonus on unarmed strike, that's the same. Martial arts die, that's the same. Dexterous attacks, that's the same. Unarmed defense. Monk's focus. You follow... Oh, that's right. They changed key points into focus points. They changed the naming on them. They're the exact same thing. I think it's for, like, RP reasons. Like, well, my monk doesn't use key. He uses the souls he steals from people. It's like, okay, you can just call them focus points and fuck off. Alright. Everything's here. Same. An armored movement. They still get a movement. Martial arts die. Yep. Focus points. Yep. Alright. Level 2. Uncanny Metabolism. Whenever you roll initiative, if you regain... What? Whenever you roll initiative, you gain all expended focus points. That's new. When you do so, roll your martial arts die and regain a number of hit points equal to your monk's level. Plus, what? Oh, you can only use it once per long rest. Oh, okay. That would have been absolutely fucking insanely busted. Okay. Okay. When you roll initiative, you regain all expended focus points. When you do so, roll your martial arts die and regain a number of hit points equal to your monk's level plus the number roll. Okay, so you heal yourself a bunch, get all your focus points back, and then you're basically resetting yourself for a big fight, which is really cool. It basically like resets you so you can just go back into combat with all your focus points. You get all your focus points back with a shorter long rest anyway, though. But that's really good to just like have like a let your DM know like I'm going to use this because like this is like the next big bad and I need something. Okay, that's cool. Level 3, deflect attacks. When an attack roll hits you, and its damage includes bludgeon, piercing, or slashing damage, you can take a reaction to reduce the attack total damage against you. The reduction equals 1d10 plus your dexterity modifier and monk level. That is a shit ton. So that's like 1d10 plus 25 at level 20. That's pretty good. If you reduce the damage to 0, you can expend 1 focus point to redirect some of the attack's force. If you do so... I'm just seeing how many focus points you get. Oh, it's just equal to your level. Okay. If you reduce damage to 0, you can spend 1 focus point to redirect some of the attack's force. If you do so, choose a creature you can see within 5 feet of yourself. The attack with a melee attack or a creature you see within 60 feet of yourself that is in the time total cover. The attack was a ranged attack. The creature must succeed on dexterity saving throw or take damage equal to 2 rolls of your martial arts die plus your dexterity modifier. The damage dealt at the same type of the attack. So, like, somebody shoots you with a bow or somebody attacks you with an axe, you can deflect and hit them. This used to only be on ranged attacks, but now that it's on melee, is huge. And it's a free reaction. Like, whenever you're about to be hit, you can just deflect it. And it doesn't require a focus point. That is huge for going into frontline, because monks are always really squishy, usually. Unless you, like, have, like, really high fucking stats. So the fact, like... you have a barbarian next to you and you're going in as the monk punching him and shit, they'd be like, well, why don't I just attack the monk if he's squishy? And it's like, well, you're going to have disadvantage on me, and you're going to you're going to have, not only could you do disadvantage with patient defense, but you could also have this as well. So monks seem like they're a lot tankier in the front line now, which is really cool. Level 3 monk subclass, level 4 ability for score improvement, level 4 slow fall, that's the same, stunning strike and power strikes. Yeah, make some magic damage, right? Whenever he deals damage with your unarmed strikes, you do your choice of force damage or normal damage. Okay, so they changed it to force damage, which is way better than it just being magic damage, because almost nothing in the game resists force damage. So that's a huge buff. Level 7 evasion. They gave this from rogues to monks, it seems, which is really good. It's basically, somebody throws a fireball at you and you dodge it, you take 0 damage instead of the half damage. On any dex saving throw, you take 0 damage instead of half damage. Really good. Level 9 acrobatic movement. Yeah, that's like jumping across the surface and stuff, running across water and stuff. Level 10 heightened focus. This is also new. Your flurry of blows, patient defense, and step of the wind gain the following benefits. You can spend 1 focus point to use flurry blows and make 3 unarmed strikes with it, and so 2. That's huge. Patient defense. Whenever you spend a focus point to use patient defense, you gain a number of temporary hit points equal to 2 rolls of your martial arts die. That's really good. Yeah, they seem like they're really good at like just staying in the front line and almost being like super tanky. Step the Wind. When you expend a focus point to use Step the Wind, you can choose a willing creature within 5 feet of yourself that is larger or smaller. You move the creature with you until the end of your turn. Okay, so you can just grab someone and just run with them. Okay, cool. Within Self-Restoration. Through sheer force of will, remove one of the following conditions from yourself at the end of each of your turns. Charm, Frighten, or Poison. Addition, foregoing food and drink doesn't give you levels of exhaustion. Okay, that's just something, okay? Alright. Level 13, Deflect Energy. You can now use your Deflect attack feature against attacks that deal any damage type. Oh, that's huge. Yeah, so they can just reflect everything now. That's a huge buff. Level 14, Discipline Survivor. Your physical and mental discipline grants you proficiency in all saving throws. Additionally, whenever you make a saving throw fail, you can spend a 1 focus point to reroll it, and you must use the new roll. Cool. Level 15, Perfect Focus. When you roll initiative and don't use Uncanny Metabolism, you gain expended focus points until you have 4 if you have 3 or fewer. Oh, okay, yeah. Just stay in combat longer without using your, like, reset button, your Sensu Bean, if you will. So, level 18, Superior Defense. At the start of your turn, you can expend 3 focus points to bolt yourself against harm for 1 minute or until you have the incapacitated condition. During the time, you have resistance to all damage except force damage. Wait. Okay, so you can... So at the start of your turn, you use 3 focus points, and you just gain resistance to everything except force damage. Yeah, they're really good at tanking now, it seems. Epic Boon, we already know. Body and Mind. You have developed your body and mind to new heights. Your dexterity and wisdom score increased by 4 to... Oh, that's stupid. What? When did they add that? Oh, obviously this shit. 25 dexterity and wisdom? Dude. What is the... What would your modifiers be? What? 25 wisdom modifier ability scores. +7? Holy shit. So you would have... So your AC would be 24 if they were both at 20 and you increased them again? That's pretty good. 24 AC is huge. They seem like they're a lot better. I know they buffed the shit out of Monk. I know, and I was talking about earlier how I'd be like, I would just play the Bard that can do Monk shit. This seems like they're a lot better, and I haven't even read the subclasses yet. Alright. Warrior of Mercy. Level 3, Hand of Harm. Once per turn, when you hit a creature with an unarmed strike and deal damage, you can expend 1 force point to deal extra necrotic damage equal to 1 roll of your martial arts die, plus your wisdom modifier. Wait. Okay, so you deal an extra martial art damage and then your wisdom modifier, so that's pretty good damage. 3, Hand of Healing. As a magic action, you can spend 1 focus point to touch a creature, equal to a roll of your martial arts die plus your wisdom modifier. When you use your flurry of blows, you can replace one of the unarmed strikes. Use this feature without expending a... Oh, okay, so yeah, you use flurry. You basically punch, kick a dude in the head, and then you just turn around and just tap your buddy on the shoulder and heal him. Equal to a roll it plus... Oh, that's a good healing, too. Oh, this is new. Level 3... Oh, no, it's not. You gain proficiency in the insight and medicine skills, proficiency in the herbalism kit, okay? Yeah, you're basically like a kung fu witch doctor, which is kind of cool. Level 6, Physician's Touch. Your hands of harm and hand of healing improve, as detailed below. When you use the hand of harm on a creature, you can also give that creature the poison condition until the end of your next turn. I think it's they have disadvantage on attacks. I can't remember. When you use Hand of Healing, you can also end one of the following conditions on the creature you heal: blind, deafened, paralyzed, poisoned, or stunned. That's pretty good. Level 11, Flurry of Healing and Harm. When you use the Flurry of Blows, you can replace each of the unarmed strikes with a use of healing without expending focus points for the healing. Cool. In addition, when you make an unarmed strike with Flurry of Blows and deal damage, you can use Hand of Harms with that strike without expending a focus point for Hand of Harm. You can still use Hand of Harm only once per turn. Okay, cool. So it's like, it wants you to like blend them. Like, I attack, Flurry of Blows, damage you with the extra necrotic damage, and then my other use, I'm going to heal my friend. And then you actually get another use so you can heal your other friend, because now you get 3 uses of Flurry of Blows with the new monk. It's pretty cool. Levels... Oh, you can use this benefit a total number of times equal to your wisdom modifier. Oh, okay, so you could use it 7 times at 20, which is still huge. Level 17, Hand of Ultimate Mercy. Your mastery of life energy opens the door to the ultimate mercy. As a magic action, you can touch the corpse of a creature that died within the past 24 hours and expend 5 focus points. The creature then returns to life with a number of hit points equal to 4d10 plus your wisdom modifier. The creature died with any of the following conditions. The creature revives with the conditions removed. Blinded, deafened, paralyzed, poisoned, and stunned. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish the long rest. Okay, so you can literally just be the healer of the group with this monk and still just be crazy in melee. This one is, like, definitely one of the better monk subclasses. Because, like, you don't have to heal, but you can. And you are constantly just going through and beating the shit out of people with this new buffed as fuck monk. That's also really tanky. Monk still requires you to roll really high on the dice, though. Like, you have to have, like, really good rolls to play it. Ability score improvement, is it still just 4, 8, 12, and 6? Yeah, it is. I would personally, with Monk, I mean, they obviously buffed him out the ass. I would give them also an additional ability score increaser feat, in my opinion. Warrior of Shadow, Shadow Arts. You can expend 1 focus point to cast a darkness spell without spell components. You can see within the spell's area while the spell persists. You can move in the area to a space within 60 feet. So you can just cast darkness and then teleport around through it. Dark and see in it, so you have advantage on every attack. That's crazy. You know, the minor illusion spell... Okay, I don't know if this is how it used to work, but you basically get to cast darkness for free, and then you have advantage on all your attacks and teleport around it wherever you want. That seems really fucking good. Level 6, Shadow Step. While entirely within dim light of darkness, you can use a bonus action to teleport up to 60 feet to an unoccupied space that you can see that is also in dim light of darkness. Okay, so they're really good at moving around. Then have advantage in the next melee. Okay, so sneak around someone, punch a guy on the back of the head, watch it die. Okay, that's really good. Improved Shadow Step. Draw your Shadowfell connection to empower your teleportation. When you use your Shadow Step, you can expend 1 focus point to remove the requirement that you must start and end in dim light of darkness. As part of this bonus action, you can make an unarmed strike immediately. Okay, so you can, like, teleport out of it into the light, or you can just teleport into darkness. That's pretty good. L17, Cloakus Shadows. As a magic action, while entirely within dim light darkness, you can spend 3 focus points to shroud yourself with shadows for 1 minute, until you have the incapacity condition, or until you end your turn to bright light. While shrouded by these shadows, you gain the following benefits. Invisibility, you have the invisible condition. Cool. Partially incorporeal. You can move through occupied spaces as if they are difficult terrain. If you end your turn in such a space, you are shunted to the lead. Okay, cool. You can use your flurry of blow points without expending any focus points. That is fucking stupid. That's really good. Okay, so they're really good at, like, if you need a healer, you go this monk. If you need a rogue, you go this monk. Okay, that's cool. Let's see what this one's about. Warrior of the Elements. Level 3, Elemental Attunement. At the start of your turn, you can spend 1 focus point to imbue yourself with elemental energy. The energy lasts for 10 minutes or until you have the incapacitated condition. You gain the following benefits while this feature is active. When you make an unarmed strike, your reach is 10 feet greater than normal as elemental energy extends from you. That is fucking stupid. Elemental strikes. Whenever you hit with your unarmed strike, you can cause it to deal your choice of acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder damage rather than its normal damage type. When you deal one of these types with it, you can also force the target to make a strength saving throw. On a fail save, you can move the target up to 10 feet toward or away from you, as elemental energy swirls around it. Okay, cool. You know the elementalism spell, wisdom is your spell. That's basically all flavor shit. Level 6, Elemental Burst. As a magic action, you can spend 2 focus points to cause elemental energy to burst in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point within 120 feet of yourself. Choose damage, acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. Each creature in the sphere must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, a creature takes damage of the chosen type equal to 3 rolls of martial arts die. On a successful save, a creature takes half as much damage. Okay. Level 11, Stride of the Elements. While your elemental attunement is active, you gain also have a fly speed and swim speed equal to your speed. Okay, so you can just fly around the battlefield 80. You can just 80 feet of movement, just fly around. Or, sorry, 60 feet of movement, just fly around. That's pretty good. While your elemental is active, you gain the following benefits: damage resistance. You gain resistance to one of the following damage types at the start of each of your turns. You can change this choice. When you use your Step of the Wind, your speed increases by 20 feet until the end of the turn for that duration. And any creature your choice takes damage equal to one roll of your martial arts die when you enter a space within 5 feet of it. Damage dice is your choice of the same blocks. Power strikes. Once on each turn, you deal extra damage to a target equal to one of your martial arts dice when you hit it with an unarmed strike. The extra damage, same type, dealt by that strike. These are really good healers and damage dealers. Like this still probably deals the most out of everyone. This is just real good rogue, plus you get a bunch of free uses of your flurry of blows. These seem just okay. They're really big on mobility. Like, it's just extra mobility, extra moving around the battlefield, extra throwing things around the battlefield, manipulating the battlefield, and then just getting the fuck out when you need to. That's what they seem really good at. Alright, Way of the Open Hand. This one's the classic vanilla monk. Whenever you hit a creature with an attack granted by your flurry of blows, you can impose one of the following effects on that target. The target can't make opportunity attacks until the start of the next turn, or must succeed on a strength saving throw or be pushed up to 15 feet away from you, or must succeed on dexterity saving throw or have that prone condition. Yep, also always really good. Also, Holman's body. You gain the ability to heal yourself as a bonus action. You can roll your martial arts die. You gain a number of hit points equal to the number rolled plus your wisdom modifier. You can use this feature a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier. Okay, level 11 fleet step. When you take a bonus action other than Step of the Wind, you can also use Step of the Wind immediately after the bonus action. Okay, so like if you flurry of blow someone or you patient defense, you also get Step of the Wind, which is your they can't make attacks of opportunity against you. Really good. Level 17, Quivering Palm. This is the one where you make them explode. Yeah, the Hokuto no Ken one. Yeah. You gain the ability to set up lethal vibrations in someone's body. When you hit a creature with an unarmed strike, you can spend 4 focus points to start these imperceptible vibrations, which last for a number of days equal to your monk level. The vibrations are harmless unless you take an action to end them. Currently, when you take the attack action on your turn, you can forgo one of the attacks to end the vibrations. To end them, you and the target must be on the same plane of existence. When you end them, the target must make a Constitution saving throw, taking 10d12 force damage on a failed save, or have as much successful one. You can only have one creature under the effect of this feature at a time. You can end the vibration harmlessly, no action required. So basically, no one wants to talk about this, but this is like the greatest interrogation tool that you can like ever fucking use. You basically explain it to someone. It's like, all right, now talk. Like, oh, I'm not gonna talk. And then you tap them on the shoulder. It's like, at any time I could make you pop like a fucking grape. But also in a fight, you can hit someone with it, and then just be like, you're already dead, and they explode. It was definitely inspired by Hokuto no Ken, which is really cool. Yeah, this is just standard vanilla monk. If you want to play the most vanilla monk that is like super vanilla, they haven't changed much. They're still really strong. They gained ability to heal themselves a little bit. They used to be in the normal monk stuff. No, they're just solid. I would say that this is like if you want to be like a non-crazy monk and you just want to be a normal standard monk, this is the one to go to. Elements is really mobile. I don't think they're as strong as Warrior of Shadow as far as moving around. I think Warrior of Shadow is a little stronger, but they do gain flight instead of the ability to jump in and out. Warrior of Shadow is probably the best offensive one, and then Way of Mercy has healing options, but it deals more flat out damage, but the Warrior of Shadow has advantage on all of its attacks. I think out of all these, Warrior of Mercy's probably one of the better ones, and then Warrior of Shadow is just, if you just want to deal damage, it'd be like a ninja. Paladin! I know these boys got nerfed to the ground because I saw people complaining about it. Thank God. Paladin needs to be so fucking busted. Level 1, Lay on Hands. Your Blessed Touch can heal wounds. When you finish long rest with that... Wait, you have a pool of healing power that replenishes when you finish long rest. With that pool, you can restore a total number of hit points equal to 5 times your... Yeah, the same. Oh, it's a bonus action now. It used to be a full action, so that's a buff. As a bonus action, you can touch a creature and draw power, I'll spend, and to remove the poison condition from the creature. Those points don't also restore hit points to the creature. You can also spend 5 hit points from the pool to remove the poison condition from the creature. Okay. So they can heal with Lay on Hands as a bonus action now, so that's a buff. Level 1 spellcasting, blah, 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 blah. Level 1 mastery, level 2 fighting style, yep, yep, yep. Level 2 paladin smite. You always have the divine smite spell prepared. In addition, you can cast without expending a spell slot, but you must finish a long rest before you can cast it this way again. So you get 1 free smite. The way that they got nerfed, though, is when you use the divine smite spell slot, the divine smite spell now is what it's called, is it does its damage, which is always about the same now. I don't think you can upcast it on the spells. I could be wrong. It always does like about the same. And it uses up your bonus action, so you can only smite once per turn now as Paladin. So they got nerfed a lot with that. But there used to be so much bullshit where Paladins would get extra attacks, and then they'd be like, smite, 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 and just blow up a boss. It was like 100% like almost needed that they got nerfed because they were just doing too much damage. Level 5, extra attack, that's normal. Level 5, Faithful Steed. You can call on the aid of an otherworldly steed. You always have the Find Steed spell prepared. You can also cast a spell once without expending a spell slot, and you're getting the ability to do so when you finish long rest. Okay, so you can just always be on horseback. That's kind of interesting. It's definitely a buff, but I don't know how good it is. You radiate a protective, unseeable aura and 10 feet. Oh, this is just aura protection. Yeah, that's a classic. Level 9, Observe Foes. As a magic action, you can spend 1 use of this class to channel divinity to overwhelm foes with awe as you present your holy symbol or weapon. Target a number of creatures equal to your charisma modifier, minimum of 1 creature, that you can see within 60 feet of yourself. Each target must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or have the frightened condition for 1 minute or until it takes damage. While frightened in this way, a target can only do one of the following on its turn. Take an action or take a bonus action. Okay. Interesting. Level 10, Aura of Courage. You and your allies have immunity to the frightened condition while in the Aura of Protection. If a frightened ally enters the aura, the condition has no effect on that ally while they're there. Cool. Level 11, Radiant Strikes. Your strikes now carry supernatural power. When you hit a target with a attack roll using a melee weapon or an unarmed strike, that target takes an extra 1d8 radiant damage. Oh, also, they made it where you can smite and do your radiant strikes with unarmed strikes. So you can be a paladin that punches now, which is pretty cool. Restoring Touch. When you use Lay on Hands on a creature, you can also remove one of the following conditions from the creature. Blind, Charmed, Deafened, Frightened, Paralyzed, or Stunned. You must expend 5 points from the healing pool of Lay on Hands for each of these conditions you remove. Those points don't also restore hit points to the creature. Oh, like Aura Expansion, 30-foot Emanation. Yep. All normal. Yep, Divine Smite's now an evocation spell. It's now an evocation spell, and it also uses up your bonus action when you hit them. So, they nerfed them a little bit. Oath of Devotion. Let's see them. Ah, dude, I'm not reading all the lore. I'm sorry, my voice is dying. Level 3, Oath of Devotion spells. Protection from evil and good's good. Shield of Faith is good. Aid's not bad. I don't know what Zone of Truth is. Or Beacon of Hope. Dispel Magic's always good. Freedom Movement and Guardian Faith are good, and Commune and Flame Strike aren't bad, but Fireball is just better Flame Strike, but if you don't have options, Flame Strike's still good. Level 3, Sacred Weapon. Whenever you take the attack action, you can expend 1 use of your Channel Divinity to imbue 1 melee weapon that you're holding with positive energy for 10 minutes or until you use this feature again. You add your Charisma modifier to attack... Oh, this is Oath of Glory. Oh. You add your Charisma modifier to attack rolls you make with that weapon, and each time you hit, you cause it to deal its normal damage type or radiant damage. The weapon also emits a bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light 20 beyond that. You can end this effect early, no action required. This effect also ends if you aren't carrying the weapon. Okay, yeah. It's about the same, except it also makes it glow, and you can deal radiant damage instead. Pretty cool. Level 7, Order of Devotion. You are immune to the Charmed condition while you're in the Order of Protection. If Charmed ally, yep, stops the Charms shit. Level 15, Smite of Protection. Your magical smite now radiates protective energy. Whenever you cast Divine Smite, you and your allies have half cover while in your Order of Protection. This aura has benefit until the start of your next turn. That's cool. Level 20, Holy Nimbus. As a bonus action, you can imbue your Aura of Protection with Holy Power, granting the benefits below for 10 minutes or until you end them. No action required. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish the long rest. You can also restore your use of it by expending a level 5 spell slot. No action required. Cool. Holy Ward. You have advantage on any saving throws you are forced to make by a fiend or an undead. Radiant damage. Whenever an enemy starts its turn in the order, that creature takes radiant damage equal to your charisma modifier plus your proficiency bonus. That's cool. The order is filled with bright light that is sunlight. Ooh, good versus vampires. Alright, Oath of Glory. Paladins who take the level 3 Inspiring Smite. Immediately after you cast Divine Smite, you can spend one use of your Channel Divinity and distribute temporary hit points to creatures within 30 feet of yourself, which can include you. The total number of temporary hit points equals 2d8 plus your Paladin level, divided among the chosen creatures you like. That's just okay. Oath of Glory spells. Guiding Bolt and Heroism are good. Enhanced Ability and Magic Weapon aren't bad. Haste, Protection from Energy, both good. Compulsion, I'm not sure. Freedom Movement's good. I don't know what Legend Lore is, or Yolan's Regal Presence are, but I'm going to... I have no clue what they are, so I'm not even going to talk about them. Oh, 3, Peerless Athlete. Oh, cool, they got this. As a bonus action, you can expend one use of your Channel Divinity to augment your athleticism. For 1 hour, you have advantage on strength and dexterity checks, and the distance of your long and high jumps increased by 10 feet. That's so useless. Level 7, Aura of Alacrity. Your speed increased by 10 feet. In addition, whenever an ally enters your Aura of Protection for the first time, or on a turn or starts a turn, they also get an increase of 10 feet. That's cool. Level 15, Glorious Defense. You can turn defense into a sudden strike. When you or another creature you can see within 10 feet of you is hit by an attack, you can take a reaction to grant a bonus to the target's AC against that attack, potentially causing it to miss. The bonus equals your Charisma modifier. If the attack misses, you can make one attack with a weapon against the attacker as part of this reaction if the attacker is within your weapon's range. You can use it equal to your Charisma modifier. So this class needs you to have a shit ton of Charisma. Most Paladins do, though. That's interesting. So if somebody, like, tries to hit your ally, you can give them, like, a +5 to it. They miss, then you can smack them. Or, wait. The attack misses, yeah, so if they miss your ally, you can smack them back. Okay, cool. Level 20, Living Legend. You can power yourself with the legends whether true or exaggerated, of your great deeds. As a bonus action, you gain the benefits below for 10 minutes. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish long rest. You can also restore your use of it by expending a level 5 spell slot. Okay. Which, that is also new. Like, getting your, like, Paladin super modes back by spending a spell slot. Charismatic. You are blessed with an otherworldly presence and have advantage on all charisma checks. Cool. Fail saving throw, you can take a reaction to roll it. You must use this new roll once on each of your turns. When you make an attack with a weapon and miss, you can cause the attack to hit instead, which is cool. Of the Ancients. These are the Druid-like Paladins. So far, Paladins have not changed at all. I'm gonna be honest with you. There's, like, minor changes. I think Oath of Glory is semi-new, but they, like, didn't really do much with it. Snaring Strike, Speak with Animals, Misty Step, Moonbeam, Plank Growth, Protection from Energy, Ice Storm, Snowskins, Nature Tree Stride, not too bad. Aura of... Oh, Nature's Wrath. As a magic action, you can spend one use of your Channel Divinity to conjure Spectral Vines, each creature of your choice, so you can see within 15 feet. Must see Restrained Creature. It's not bad. It's kind of boring, but it's like, it's just you summon up vines that, like, entangle your enemies and shit. Ancient magic lies so heavily upon you that it forms an Eldritch Ward, blunting energy from you and your allies have resistance to necrotic, psychic. That's not bad. Resistance is always good. Undying Sentinel, when you're just not killed, you can drop to 1 hit point instead, and equal to 3 times your paladin stumble. That is great. You can't be aged magically, and you cease visibly aging. Okay, cool. So basically, if you would die, you can instead just go to like 61 HP at level 20. That's cool. 20 Elder Champion. As a bonus action, you can imbue your Aura of Protection with Primal Power, granting the benefits below for 1 minute, and you can use a level 5 spell slot to refresh it. Enemies in the auras have disadvantage on saving throws against your spells and Channel Divinity options. Disadvantage on saving throws against your spells and channel. Okay, cool. Start of each turn, you're getting 10 hit points. So spells. Whenever you cast a spell that has a casting time of an action, you can cast it as a bonus action instead. Okay, this one's the best one so far. Just because of, like, for, like, the level 20 stuff. Oath of Vengeance. This one has always been, like, the smacker / striker, so let's see what they gave it. Bane, Hunter's Mark, good. Hold Person, Misty Step, good. Haste, Protection from Energy, both very good. Banishment, Dimension Door, good. Hold Monster and Scrying, both very good. So all their spells are good. When you take the attack action, you can spend one use of your Channel Divinity to utter a vow of enmity against a creature you can see within 30 feet of yourself. You have advantage on attack rolls against a creature for 1 minute or until you use this feature again. Okay. The creature draws to 0 hit points before the value ends. You can transfer the value to a different person. No action required. Wait, how many uses of this you get? When you take the attack action, you can spend one use. Oh, equal to your channel divinities. Okay, perfect. Dude, this Oath of Vengeance looks sick. They did a really good art on the Dragonborns. Like, all the Dragonborn looks sick in this. Level 7. So, you can use your Channel Divinity when you attack to give yourself advantage on all your attacks, which is fucking crazy. Level 7. Relentless Avenger. Your supernatural focus helps you close off a foe's retreat. When you hit a creature with an opportunity attack, you reduce the creature's speed to 0 until the end of your current turn. You can then move up to half your speed as part of the same reaction. Move doesn't. Okay, so you can smack someone that's trying to run away from you, and if you kill them, you can move, or you can just smack them and be like, all right, I'm done with you. My range people can peck you off, and you can go to the next guy. Level 15, Soul of Vengeance. Immediately after a creature under the effect of your vow of enmity hits or misses with an attack roll, you can take a reaction to make a melee attack against that creature if it's within range. Very good. Level 20, Avenging Angel. As a bonus action, you gain the benefits below for 10 minutes or until you. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest. You can also, Flight, you sprout spectral wings on your back and have a flight speed of 60 feet and can hover. Frightful Aura. Whenever an enemy starts its turn in your area of protection, that creature must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or have the frightened condition for 1 minute or until it takes any damage. Attack rolls against a frightened creature have advantage. Okay. This one's really good for just being able to, cast spells and just kind of being there and surviving. So this one's got really good survivability. The Oath of the Ancients, the Druid one. Oath of Glory is kind of a little lackluster in my opinion. Oath of Devotion's good support tank, not the main tank, but a secondary tank. And Oath of Vengeance is definitely your striker. They seem like they're still pretty good at striking. Paladin definitely got nerfed though. There's no if, ands, or buts about it. Paladin got nerfed into the ground. But they were so OP compared to the other martial classes, it had to be done. I still think Oath of Vengeance is really strong. And I always thought Oath of Vengeance was really good. So if you're I want to go Paladin and I want to smack people and smite, go Oath of Vengeance. Ranger. Rogue. Okay, so we got fucking 4 more after this. Oh my gosh, guys. I am so hungry and I'm just shaking here. Oh my gosh. Alright. Ranger looks like they got all the Tasha changes. Level 1 favorite enemy. You always have the 100 mark spell prepared. You can cast twice without expending a spell slot. When you finish a long rest, the number of times you can cast a spell without a spell slot increases for each certain range levels as shown. Okay. So you get 6 free Hunter Mark casts. That's fucking huge. Level 1 Weapon Mastery, Level 2 Fighting Style, Level 2 Deft Explorer. Next, your travels expertise. Okay, you can gain expertise or languages. That's pretty good. I'd probably always pick expertise. Level 2 Fighting Style or Druidic Warrior. You learn 2 Druid cantrips. If you want to go Wisdom Ranger. Yeah, that was in the Tasha shit. Level 3 Ranger subclass. Yep. Roving. Your speed increased by 10 feet while you aren't wearing heavy armor. You have a climb speed. Swim speed equal to your speed. Cool. Expertise. They just get naturally now. That's cool. Level 10 Tireless. Primal forces now help you fool you on your journey, granting you the temporary hit points. Max action, you can give yourself a number of temporary hit points equal to 1d8 plus your wisdom modifier. You can use this times. You go to your wisdom modifier. Maybe you finish short rest, your exhaustion level, if any, decreased by 1. Cool. They're taking damage, can't break your concentration on Hunter's Mark. That is good. Nature's Veil. You invoke Spirits of Nature to magically hide yourself as a bonus action. You give yourself the invisible condition until the end of your next turn. Use this feature a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier, and you regain all expended uses when you finish a long rest. Okay. Precise Hunter. You have advantage on attack rolls against the creature currently marked. What the fuck? That is good as hell. Your connection with the force of nature grant you blind sight with a range of 30 feet. Cool. The damage on your hunter mark is a 1d10 rather than a d6. That is really fucking good. They buffed the shit out of these boys, didn't they? Okay. Obviously, you don't get cantrips, but you get the druid cantrips. You want to go druidic warrior. Ranger subclasses. Beastmaster. This one used to be fucking unplayable, so let's see what they did for it. You magically summon a primal beast, which draws strength from your bond with nature. Choose a stat block. Beast of the land, beast of the sea, or beast of the sky. You also determine the kind of animal it is, choosing kind of appropriate for the stat block. Whatever beast you choose, it bears primal markings indicating its supernatural origin. Beast friendly to you and your allies and obeys your command. Advantages if you die. Beast in combat. In combat, the beast acts during your turn. It can move and use its reaction on its own, but the only action it takes is the dodge action unless you take a bonus action to command it to take it in action in a stat block or some other action. You also sacrifice one of your attacks when you take the attack action to command the beast to take the beast strike action. If you have the incapacitated condition, the beast acts on its own and isn't limited to the dodge action. Okay. Restoring or replacing the beast. The beast has died within the last hour. You can take a magic action to touch it and expend a spell slot. The beast returns to life after 1 minute with all of its hit points restored. Whenever you finish a long rest, you can summon a different primal beast, which appears in an unoccupied space within 5 feet of you. Choose a stat block and appearance. If you already have a beast from this feature, it'll advantages when the new one appears. Okay? Level 7, Exceptional Training. Whenever you take a bonus action to command your primal beast to take an action, you can also command it to take the dash, disengage, dodge, or help action using its bonus action. Cool. In addition, whenever it hits an attack roll and deals damage, you can also do your type of force, deal your choice of force damage or normal damage. Okay, so you always pick force damage. Level 11, Bestial Fury. Whenever you command your primal companion beast to take its beast strike action, the beast can use it twice. In addition, the first time each turn it hits a creature under the effects of your Hunter's Mark spell, the beast deals extra force damage equal to the bonus damage of that spell. Interesting. So it deals 1d6 and then an additional 1d6. Okay. Wait. Yeah. Whenever you cast a spell targeting yourself, you can also affect your primal companion beast with a spell, the beast within 30 feet of you. Cool. So they buffed the shit out of these. Beast of the land, beast of the sky, beast of the sea. AC 13 plus your wisdom modifier, HP flood, yeah. Beast strike. Melee reach bonus, 1d8 plus 2, plus your wisdom modifier, piercing or slashing damage. What is it to hit? Bonus equal to your spell attack modifier, so your wisdom. If the beast moved at least 20 feet straight forward the target before the hit, the target takes an extra 1d6 to the damage type. And the creature has a prone condition. If it is... Okay, cool. Minus equals your reach 1d4 plus 3. Primal bond to any ability check or you're the beast big. Okay. Yeah, so you can have it use the help action. Actually, you can also use this. I think the flying one's probably the best one. Whenever you use your primal companion to make the beast, in addition, the first time each hits a creature that uses a Hunter Mark. Wait, where is it? Whenever you take a bonus action to command your primal companion beast to take an action, you can also have it give you the help action. So if you have the flying one, basically what you can do is you can command the beast to attack using its beast strike option, using up one of your attacks because you have multi-attack. The beast will attack, then it can provide the help action, so on your next shot you have advantage. So yeah, Beastmaster is pretty cool. I would always recommend going them ranged and then taking Beast of the Skies. Pretty much what I would do. Just so you can constantly poke away and chip at people. They're not really going to be frontlining. You're like beasts. They're not going to be tanks. They're not like the Steel Guardian that... the Steel Defender that Battlesmith Artificers have. But they're still pretty good. Yeah, they buffed the shit out of this. This used to be like almost unplayable. Now it just seems like you have like a constant little flying dude that you can just have attack, and then you get advantage on your attacks, and then you both get bonuses to Hunter's Mark. Seems pretty good. Faye Wonder, this is the ranger that was like the lightsabers and shit. I remember that. Level 3, Dreadful Strikes. You can augment your weapon strikes with mind-scarring magic drawn from the murky hollows of the Feywild. When you hit a creature with a weapon, you can deal an extra 1d4 psychic damage to the target, which can take this extra damage only once per turn. Okay, so it's... interesting. This used to be a dual-wielding one, but it looks like they're going away from that. Which can take this extra damage only once per turn. The extra damage increases to 1d6 when you reach ranger level 11. Okay. When you reach a ranger level specified in the Fey, you gain the list of spells prepared. Charm Person, Misty Step, Summon Fey, Dimension Door, Mislead. Those are pretty good. Wait, did the Beastmaster get any extra spells? Did not. It gets, So this one, it looks like they changed it into more of a caster. Interesting. Level 3, Otherworldly Glamour. Whenever you make a Charisma check, you gain a bonus to the check equal to your Wisdom modifier. This gain proficiency in one of the skills of your choice: Deception, Performance, or Persuasion. Okay, so they used to be like dual wielding, and they used to do like fucking psychic energy was around their weapons, and they slap the shit out of people. It looks like they're going for more of like a charming ranger that like charms and confuses people and shit. Magic of the Feywild guards your mind. You have advantage on saving throws to avoid or end the charm or frightened condition. Additionally, whenever your creature you can see within 20 feet of you succeeds on saving throw to avoid or end the charm or frightened condition, you can take a reaction to force a different creature you can see within 20 feet of yourself to make a wisdom save against your spell save DC. Fail save, the creature's target charmed or frightened. Oof. Level 11, Fey Reinforcements. You can cast Summon Fey without a material component. You can also cast it once without a spell slot. And you're gaining the ability to cast it this way when you finish the long rest. Whenever you start casting the spell, you can modify it so that it doesn't require concentration. If you do so, the spell's duration becomes 1 minute for the casting. Misty Wanderer. You can cast Misty Step without spending a spell slot. You can do a number of times equal to your Wisdom modifier, and you regain all expended use when you finish the long rest. Additionally, whenever you cast Misty Step, you can bring along one willing creature you can see within 5 feet of yourself. That creature teleports to another. Okay, so they changed this up a lot. It used to do a shit ton of damage, but now they seem like they made it like more flavorful. I don't know if I like them as much. Beastmaster so far seems like the best one, which is actually blowing my mind. But we haven't read Hunter, the vanilla one, and we haven't read Gloomstalker, which is... I know Gloomstalker was busted. It used to do so much fucking damage. So let's see if they kept them that way. Level 3, Dread Ambusher. Gloomstalkers are basically Batman, by the way. You have mastered the arts of creating fearsome ambushes, granting the following benefits. Ambusher's Leap. At the start of your turn of each combat, your speed increases by 10 feet until the end of the turn. Cool. Dreadful Strike. When you attack a creature and hit it with a weapon, you can deal an extra 2d6 psychic damage. You use this benefit only once per turn. You can use a number of times equal to your Wisdom modifier, and you regain all expended uses when you finish the long rest. When initiative bonus. Whenever you roll initiative, you can add your Wisdom modifier to the roll. Cool. Did I just skip Beastmaster spells? Or did Beastmasters literally just not get spell bonuses? Oh, they just don't get spells. Okay, cool. I mean, they get a whole ass companion that's like really good, so it makes sense. Okay. Disguise Stealth, Rope Trick, Fear, Greater Invisibility, Seeming. Greater Invisibility is really fucking good. I will say that. Level 3, Umbral Sight. You gain Dark Vision with a range of 60 feet. If you already have Dark Vision when you gain this feature, its range increased by 60 feet. You're also adept at evading creatures that rely on darkness. While entirely in darkness, you have the invisible condition to any creature that relies on dark vision to see in the darkness. Okay. So you gain advantage on your attacks if you're fighting dark vision stuff, which is really fucking good. Iron Mind. You have honed your ability to resist mind-altering powers. You gain proficiency in wisdom saving throws, which is good. If you already have this proficiency, so you gain proficiency in intelligence or charisma saving throws, your choice. Level 11, Stalker's Flurry. Psychic damage on your Dreadful Strikes becomes 2d8. In addition, when you use the Dreadful Strike effect on your Dread Ambusher feature, you can cause one of the following additional effects. Oh my gosh, I'm so tired, yo. Sudden Strike. You can make another attack with the same weapon against a different creature that is within 5 feet of the original target, and that is with the weapon's range. Yeah, Mass Fear. Target and each creature within 10 feet of it must make a Wisdom saving throw against a spell save DC. On a fail save, the creature has a frightened condition. Starting next turn. Okay. Level 15, Shadowy Dodge. When a creature makes an attack roll against you, you can take a reaction to impose disadvantage on the roll. Whenever the attack hits or misses, whether the attack hits or misses, you can teleport up to 30 feet to non-occupied space, you can see. So, these two used to be like entirely just hack and slashers, and it seems like they gave them more flavor options. Which is interesting. Honestly, these two kind of feel a little worse, not gonna lie. Like, more flavor, less just straight up fucking damage. And I expect Rangers to do a shit ton of damage. But a lot of the damage increases they get just in their natural stuff with the bullshit they get from all the Hunter mark increases. So maybe that's why they did that. So, like, they buffed Rangers normal class and then weakened their subclasses. They do that a lot, too. Alright, Hunter. This is the one I was excited about. Level 3, Hunter's Lore. You can call on the force of nature to reveal certain strengths and weaknesses of prey. While a creature is marked by your Hunter's Mark, you know whether that creature has any immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities. And if the creature has any, you know what they are. Cool. Level 3, Hunter's Prey. You gain one of the following features options of your choice. Whenever you finish a short or long rest, you can replace the chosen option with the other one. Oh, so you're not locked into these now. That's cool. Colossus Slayer. Naturally, you can wear down even the most resilient foes. When you hit a creature with a weapon, the weapon does an extra 1d8 damage to the target if it's missing any of its hit points. You can deal this extra damage only once per turn. Yep. Horde Breaker. Once on each of your turns, when you make an attack with a weapon, you can make another attack with the same weapon against a different creature that is within 5 feet of the original. It's in the weapon's range. And that you haven't attacked this turn. Wait. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think Colossus Slayer is always the better out of all of these. Like, every time, I always hear about people going Hunter, they always take Colossus Slayer. They haven't changed so far, but, like, dude, it's so much damage with the Hunter's Mark. Level 7, Defensive Tactics. You gain one of the following feature options of your choice whenever you finish a short or long rest. You can place one of the chosen options with the other one. Escape the Horde. Opportunity attacks have a disadvantage against you, which is cool. Multi-attack defense. When a creature hits you with an attack roll, that creature has disadvantage on all other attack rolls against you this turn. That's the one I always take, is multi-attack defense. Because, like, past level fucking 7, everyone has, like, 3 or 4 attacks. And it's fucking spooky. Level 11. Superior Hunter's Prey. Once per turn, when you deal damage to a creature marked by your Hunter's Mark, you can also deal the spell's extra damage to a different creature that you can see within 30 feet of the first creature. That's pretty good. Just spreading damage, so you can, like, you pow, 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 kill that dude. The next dude that you start shooting at already has a Colossus Slayer, like, ready, which is pretty cool. Just because there's no saves against it. Level 15, Superior Hunter's Defense. When you take damage, you can take a reaction to give yourself resistance to that damage and any other damage of the same type until the end of the current turn. Yeah, multi-attack defense and Superior Hunter's Defense will, like, keep you alive. I think Hunter's the best one. Beastmaster's also really good, and then these two are just kind of here, not gonna lie. They're more like castery, kinda. Like with this one, you'd probably take the Druidic warrior shit to, like, get 2 cantrips as well. I'm not a fan of Fate Wanderer, in all honesty. I used to like it because they just basically, like, they were super focused on dual wielding, but they're kind of going away from dual wielding in general. Beastmaster's pretty good though, and Hunter's just fucking turbo damage nuke, as it always was. This Gloomstalker's still good. I think they just nerfed it a little bit because it used to have, like, way better damage. All right, Rogue. Level 1 Expertise, level 1 Thieves Scan. Look at all these level 1 shits they get. That's crazy. They get 4. Level 1 Sneak Attack. Neon to strike subtly and exploit a foe's distraction. Once per turn, you can deal an extra 1d6. Yep. Advantage on the roll, and the attack uses a finesse. Range weapon. Okay. If at least one of your allies is within 5 feet of the target, the ally doesn't have the incapacitated action, and you don't have disadvantage. Okay. The extra damage increases as you gain rogue. Okay. So it's, yeah, it's just sneak attack. Okay. I think this is lower. It used to be 12d6. Unless I'm high, which I'm not. Cunning action's the same. Steady aim, glad they added that. That thing's really good. Level 5, Cunning Strike. You developed ways to use your sneak attack. When you deal sneak attack damage, you can add one of the following Cunning Strike effects. Each effect has a die cost, which is the number of sneak attack damage die you must forgo to add the effect. Move the die before rolling, and the effect occurs immediately after the... For example, if you add the poison effect, remove 1d6... Okay. Interesting. The Cunning Strike effect requires a saving throw. The DA 8 plus your dex modifier proficiency bonus. Oh, sorry, y'all. Poison cost. Poison costs 1d6. So you can replace sneak attack damage dice with this. Interesting. It talks into your strike, forcing the card to make a constitution save throw. On a failed save, the target has a poison condition for 1 minute. In each turn, the poison target repeats save, ending the... Okay. Trip costs 1d6. Target is large or smaller. It must succeed on dexterity save throw or have a prone condition. Withdraw. Immediately after attack, can move half your speed without provoking opportunity attacks. Okay. Level 5. Oh, they kept evasion. Okay, cool. I thought, I was like, did they get rid of it? No, they kept it. Cool. Level 5 Uncanny Dodge. Whenever an attacker that you can see hits you with an attack roll, you can take a reaction to half the attack damage against you. Round down. Okay. Viable talent. Whenever you make an ability check that uses one or of your skill or towards you can treat it. Okay. Roll of 9 or lower is 10. Okay. Improved Cunning Strike. Okay. Devious Strikes. Practice new ways to use your sneak attack. The following effects are now among the Cunning Strike options. Daze. Cost 86. Target must succeed on Constitution saving throw or on its next turn. It can only do one. Take an action or... Okay. Knockout. Target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw or it has the unconscious condition for 1 minute or until it takes damage. The unconscious target repeats it. Okay, so you can just knock them out. Obscure or has the blinded condition until the end of its next turn. Okay, so you blind it for its entire turn. That's pretty good. Level 15, Slippery Mind. Your cunning mind is exceptionally difficult to control. You gain proficiency in wisdom and charisma saving throws. Wow, that's pretty good. Oh, sorry, y'all. Elusive. You're so evasive that attacks rarely gain the upper hand against you. No attack roll can have advantage against you unless you have the incapacitated condition. That's cool. Level 20, Stroke of Luck. I don't know if... I haven't read OG Rogue and Royal, so these might be new. Level 20, Stroke of Luck. You have a marvelous knack for succeeding when you need to. If you fail a D20 test, you're in the roll into a 20. Yeah, you can't use it again until you finish short long rest, okay? Arcane Trickster. Yeah, it's a casting rogue. Go up to level 4 spell slots. Mage Hand Ledgerman. Whenever you can cast as a bonus action, you can make the spectral hand invisible. Control the hand as a bonus action, and through it you can make dexterity sleight of hand checks. Yeah, so it'll pickpocket people with an invisible hand, basically. Magical Ambush. If you have the invisible condition when you cast a spell on that creature, it has disadvantage on any saving throw makes against the spell at the same turn. Okay, cool. For Stealth Trickster, you gain the ability to distract targets with your mage hand. When you use a trip option of your Cunning Strike on a creature, you can also use that option on another creature within 5 feet of the spectral hand. That's kind of whatever. Spell Thief. To magically steal the knowledge of how to cast a spell, immediately after a creature casts a spell, that you can take a reaction to force a creature to make an intelligence saving throw. The DC equals your spell save DC. On a fail save, you negate the spell's effect against you. You steal knowledge of the spell if it is at least level 1 and of a level you can cast. Doesn't need to be whisperful for the next 8 hours. You have the spell prepared. The creature can't cast it. You can't. Okay. So you steal a spell and you can recast it on them. Interesting. I don't know. Arcane Trickster is just Arcane Trickster. Seems about the same. I feel like they've got rid of some stuff though, but my brain is falling apart right now. Level 3, Assassinate. You're adept at ambushing target, granting you the following benefits. Initiative. You have advantage on initiative rolls. Yep, surprising tricks. In the first round of each combat, you have advantage on attack rolls against any creature that hasn't taken turn. If your sneak attacks hit any target during that round, the target takes extra damage of the weapon type equal to your rogue's level. Okay, so it's just an extra... starts off 3, eventually goes up to 20. I think they used to just crit them. So that's kind of worse. You gain a disguise kit and a poisoner kit and have proficiency with them. Okay. Infiltration expertise. Masterful mimicry. You can unerringly mimic another person's speech, handwriting, or both if you have spent at least 1 hour studying them. Speed isn't reduced to 0 by using steady aim. Cool. That's really good. So you can just constantly have advantage, basically. Oh, but it still uses your bonus action. Venom weapons. When you use the poison option of your cunning strike, the target also takes 2d6 poison damage whenever it fails a saving throw. Damage ignores resistance to poison damage. That's cool. Death Strike. Dude, all the Dragonborn they drew looks so good in this. Death Strike. When you hit with your sneak attack on the first round of combat, the target must succeed on a Constitution saving throw, or the attack's damage is double against target. When you hit with your sneak attack on the first round of combat. Okay, so it's like trying to blow up people before they get to do anything. Seems similar to Assassin. Maybe a little worse, maybe a little better. Can't fully remember it. Seems okay. Soul Knife. They're like Psy Warriors. Let's see if they got any better. Oh, they used to just be the Psy Daggers, and then you could like blow them up in people and stuff. It looks like they actually gained a bunch of shit. And some of your powers spend psionic energy. When you're psionic, you gain one of the expended psionic energy dice when you finish. Okay. Side bolster neck. If you fail an ability check using a skill or tool, you have proficiency. You can reroll. You can roll one and add. Okay, cool. Only if the roll succeeds. The die is expended only if the roll succeeds. Oh. So that's cool. It's basically like you can just give yourself bardic inspiration on on picking a lock or something. That's interesting. Psychic whispers. You can establish tellers between yourself and others. Okay, so it's just telepathy. That's cool. Level 3, Psychic Blades, Simple Melee, 1d6 plus. You can throw them. Mastery Vex. Uses property and it doesn't count. The blade vanishes immediately after it hits or misses its target. It leaves no mark if it deals damage. After you attack with the blade on your turn, you can make a melee ranged attack, again with a second blade as a bonus action on the same turn. Your other hand is free to credit. The damage die on this is 1d4 instead of 1d6. Okay. 9 Soul Blades, Homing Blades. If you make an attack roll with your Psychic Blades and miss target, you can roll one psionic energy and add. Okay, so it's bardic inspiration on the attack. Cool. Bonus action, you can manifest a blade, expend one psionic energy, roll it. Throw the blade at an oh, they had that before. Basically, you throw the blade into a wall and you can teleport to that wall and stuff. It's pretty cool. 13 Psychic Veil, you can weave a veil of psychic static to mask yourself as a magic action. You gain invisibility 1 hour until you miss. Okay, so you get one free attack, basically. You can turn invisible and stuff. That's cool. Rend Mind. You can sweep your Psychic Blade through a creature's mind. When you use your Psychic Blades to deal sneak attack damage to a creature, you can force that creature to make a Wisdom saving throw. If it saves target has a stun condition for 1 minute. They used to take like a shit ton of damage. But I guess the whole point that changes because you still deal the damage anyway, so it's not like it matters. I don't know. I don't really care for this one. So far, Assassin seems pretty good, though. If you're just going like straight damage. We'll check out Thief, though. Bonus action, Sleight of Hand. Makes Dexterity Sleight of Hand check to pick a lock or disarm a trap with Thief's Tool to pick a pocket. Take the magic action to use... Take the utilize action to use a magic item that requires that action. Yeah, so they buffed Thief a shit ton. So Thieves can use healing potions now. They can use wands. They can use all that stuff. I remember Thief getting a shit ton of buffs. Gain the following Cunning Strike option. Stealth attack costs 1d6. If you have the hide action's invisible condition, this attack doesn't end that condition, or if you end the turn behind 3/4 cover or total cover. Okay, cool. You can use an extra 1d6 to stay in hiding, which is cool. You learn how to maximize use of magic items, granting you the following benefits. You can up to 4 magic items at once. Cool. Charges. Whenever you use a magic item property that expends charges, roll 1d6. On a roll of 6, you use a property without expending charges. Cool. Scrolls. You can use any spell scroll using intelligence as your spellcasting ability for the spell. The spell is a cantrip or a level 1 spell. You can cast it reliably. The spell contains a higher level spell. You must succeed on an intelligence arcana check. Successful check, you can cast a spell from the scroll. On failed check, the scroll disintegrates. Okay, so you definitely want to have some intelligence for these guys. Like, it's not a dumb stat. Like it has been before on certain rogues. You're adept at laying ambushes and quickly escaping danger. You take 2 turns during the first round of any combat. Take your first turn at your normal initiative and your second turn at your initiative -10. Okay, cool. Yeah, Thief and Assassin are probably the best ones out of these. That's what I'm getting so far. Arcane Trickster used to be really good, but I don't know how I feel about them right now. I guess just for being able to cast Invisible on yourself, it's cool, but you don't really need that because you can just use steady aim. And especially with the Assassin's roving aim shit, where you can do steady aim where you don't have to use your where you can just constantly have advantage and you don't need to lock yourself down. It's pretty good. What we got left? Sorcerers, Warlocks, and Wizards. Oh my gosh. Spellcasting classes. No. Alright. Still all their spell slots. I'll be honest with y'all, I've never played a sorcerer once in my life. Looks like they still got their meta magic shit. Meta magic options, yeah. Careful spell, distance spell. Heightened spell, quicken spell, seeking spell, so oh my god, dude, sorcerers are so annoying. What all they get? They get the normal stuff? Yep. All the normal cantrips. I'm just gonna go straight into the subclasses, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Aberrant Sorcerer. Oh, the Psychic Sorcerers, yeah. Psionic spells, Arms of Hadar, Calm Emotions, Detect Thoughts, Dissonant Whispers, Mind Sliver. Ooh, they get Mind Sliver? That's a cool cantrip. Hunger of Hadar, Sending, Ivar's Black Tentacles, Summon Aberration, Rary's Telepathic Bond, and Telekinesis. So they get some cool shit. Level 3, Telepathic Speech. You can form telepathic connection between your mind and the mind of another. Okay, so you can just constantly tell someone what's going on and stuff. Level 6, whenever you cast Psionic Sorcery, whenever you cast a level 1 spell from your Psionic spell feature, cast by expending a spell slot as normal by expending a number of sorcery points equal to the spell's level. If you cast a spell... Okay, so it just lets you cast stuff without, like, saying what you're casting and shit. Okay, cool. Level 6, Psychic Defenses. You have resistance to psychic damage, and you have advantage on saving throws to avoid or end the charm. Okay, cool. Revelation and Flesh. You can unleash an aberrant truth hidden within yourself. As a bonus action, you can spend 1 sorcery point. Once again, all the Dragonborn art is super cool looking. Alright, Glistening Flight. See the Invisible. Worm-like movement. Okay, so you alter yourself, and then you get a bonus on one of these. Fly speed is always good. And it looks like it lasts for 10 minutes, and you can spend sorcery points for it. Cool. Clockwork Sorcery is one they kept. Interesting. Conic Sorcery, that's the classic one. This dude looks like a League of Legends character. And then Wild Magic. Of course, Wild Magic would be here. Draconic Sorcery is the vanilla sorcery option, and then Wild Magic's basically like... They're both basically the vanilla sorcery options. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, dude. I don't know anything about sorcery. Sorcerers and all that. They definitely fixed Draconic Resilience, so made it a lot better. I'm gonna skip Sorcerer, guys. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Look at all the Wild Magic charts. Do they still have the thing where you can turn yourself blue? You turn into a potted plant until the start of your next turn. While you're playing, you have an incapacitated condition and have vulnerability all damage. Go to 0 hit points, your pot breaks, and your form reverts. Oh, that's funny. There's one that used to turn you blue for a while, but I don't see it on here. Your skin turns a vibrant shade of blue for 24 hours. Yes. It manipulates wild magic to create unpredictable wonders. Cool. Wait, she's a she has a Magic the Gathering card of her. Warlock. I do know Warlock, dude. This demon looks fucking insane. It's Millhouse Mana Storm. Oh no. Yeah, sorry for skipping sorcery. I just don't know anything about sorcerers. Would not be able to tell you anything. Level 1 Pack Magic. Yeah, they get their cantrips and all that shit. Still get about the same. Prepared spells. Still barely any spell slots. So it looks like they're still EB spamming if I had to guess. So anyway, I just started blasting. That's how Warlocks basically work, is they just constantly spam Eldritch Blast. Now level 3, they get their Warlock subclasses. Invocation options, yeah. Beatable. Interesting. Choose one of your Warlock that deals damage. Oh, so you don't have to use Eldritch Blast. So you can slap this on any Warlock cantrip now. You can slap these on any Warlock cantrips now. That is cool. So they really made it where like you're not locked in Eldritch Blast. If you want to use something else, you can. That's interesting. Cool. God, they have so many fucking invocations. You get Mind Sliver now? That's cool. Poison Tray, Eldritch Blast. You're probably still slapping them on Eldritch Blast, but they were like trying to give y'all, trying to give people something. You put on Thunderclap, which is cool. Warlock Archfey Patron. I have a friend who is really excited about this. Calm Emotions, Fairy Fire, Misty Step, Phantasmal Force, and Sleep. Blink, Plant Growth, Dominate Beast, Greater Invisibility, Dominate Person Seeming. Really good control options. Probably gonna be another like Fey-like. Oh, this art is cool looking. She casts the fucking sorcerer thing. Turned her blue. Yeah, it looks like a bunch of charming and fearing and misty stepping. All the Archfey, or anytime they mention Fey, now you can just assume that it's like you're gonna be resistant to the charm and fear effects, or if not immune to them, you're going to be teleporting around and you're going to be casting charm person and shit. So I'm just going to basically skip this shit. Like, I quick glanced over and that was basically all it said. Celestial Patron. This is the one that heals. This one is like a cool warlock. Aid, Cure Wounds, Guiding Bolt, Lesser Restoration, Light, and Sacred Flame. Oh, you can put the Eldritch, the things that used to increase the Eldritch Blast damage and stuff, you can put that on Sacred Flame now, which is pretty cool. Daylight, Revivify, Guardian Faith, Wall of Fire, Greater Restoration, Summon Celestial. Cool. Gain the ability to channel Celestial energy to heal wounds. You have a pool of D6s to fuel this healing. The number of dice in this pool equals 1 plus your Warlock level. Okay, so 21. As a bonus action, you can heal yourself or one creature you can see within 60 feet of yourself, expending dice from the pool. Maximum number of dice you can spend at once equals your Charisma modifier. Okay. Roll the dice you expend and restore a number of hit points equal to the roll total. Gain all expended dice when you finish long rest. Cool. Radiant Soul. This is new, by the way, this healing light thing. You link to your Patron. Your link to your Patron allows you to serve as a conduit for radiant energy. You have resistance to radiant damage. Once returned when a spell cast deals radiant and fire damage, you can add your Charisma modifier. Wow. So you can do a cantrip. So you can add your Charisma modifier twice on Sacred Flame. So it deals a minimum of 10 damage. That's huge. Yep. Level 10, Celestial Result. Once whenever you use your Magical Cunning feature, finish a short or long rest. What is Magical Cunning? Am I dumb? Did I miss something new that Warlocks got? Magical Cunning. Oh, I didn't read any of this shit. Oh, level 2. You can perform an Stoic Rite for 1 minute. At the end of it, you regain expended packed magic spell slots, but no more than a number equal to half your maximum roundup. Oh, okay, so you can just, like, gain spell slots back as a rate. Okay. Alright, let's go on back here. Whenever you use your short or long rest, these temporary hit points equal your Warlock level plus your... Okay. Choose the 5 creatures you can see when you gain the points. Those creatures each gain equal to half your Warlock level plus your... Oh, okay. So you can just gain, like, 25 temporary HP, and everyone else around you can give 12 to before fight or something. That's interesting. Level 14, Searing Vengeance. When you or an ally within 60 feet of you is about to make a death saving throw, you can unleash radiant energy to save the creature. The creature regains hit points equal to half its hit point maximum. Damn, and can end the prone condition on itself. Each creature of your choice is within 30 feet of the creature takes radiant damage equal to 2d8 plus your Charisma modifier. Oh, of your choice. Wow. And each has a blinded condition. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish long rest. They seem really good at healing. And you can put all your shit on Radiant on Sacred Flame now. That used to buff Eldritch Blast. They seem really, like, way better. I really like them, actually. Alright, Fiend Patron. Let's see if they're any different. Level 3, Dark One's Blessing. Whenever you reduce an enemy to 0 hit points, you gain temporary hit points equal to your Charisma modifier plus your Warlock level. Yeah. You can also gain this benefit if someone else reduces an enemy within 10 feet of you to 0 hit points. That's new. That's cool. Usually, like, people would steal your kills and you get pissed off because you wouldn't gain your temp HP. And they got all this shit. Burning Hands Command, Scorching Ray Suggestion, Fireball, Stinking Cloud, Firewall, Fire Shield, Wall of Fire, Geas, Insect Plague. Their spell slots are so good. Dark One's Own Luck. You call on your fiendish patron to alter fate in your favor. When you make an ability check or a saving throw, you can use this feature to add 1d10 to your roll. You can do so after seeing the roll, but before any the roll's effects occurs. Use this feature number time equal to your Charisma modifier, and you're going to gain all the uses on the long rest. Okay. Fiendish ability. Choose one damage type other than force. Whenever you finish a short or long rest, you have resistance to the damage type. Okay. Yeah, Fiend has always been pretty good at sword and board, but Hexblade came out and kind of shoved him out. It's like, no, we are the sword and board now. But Fiend's always been pretty good at it. Hurl through Hell. This is a classic. Once per turn, when you hit a creature with an attack roll, you can try to instantly transport the target through the lower planes. Target must succeed on Charisma saving throw against your spell save DC. Target disappears and hurtles through a nightmare landscape. Target takes 18 to 10 psychic damage if it isn't a fiend, and it has the incapacitated addition until the end of your next turn, where it returns to a space it previously occupied or the nearest unoccupied space. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a long rest, unless you expend a packed magic spell slot. No action required to restore you. Oh, so they lowered the damage of it, but you can just use up a spell slot to use it again. That's pretty good. Great one, old patron. This is like if Cthulhu was your patron. Level 3 Awakened Mind, until you can have between your mind and the other. Yeah, a lot of these are just like rinse repeat, sadly. Yeah, Cthulhu was your patron. She's got octopus around her and shit. Alright, Detect Thoughts, Dissonant Whispers, Phantasmal Force, Tasha's Hideous Leather, Clear Winds, Hunger of Hater, Fusion, Summon Aberration, Modify Memories, Telekinesis. Yeah, all standard shit. Cast a Warlock spell that deals damage, you can change that damage type to Psychic. In addition, whenever you cast a Warlock spell that has an enchantment illusion, you can do so without verbal or components. Okay. Clairvoyant Combatant. When you form a telepathic bond with a creature using your Awakened Mind, you can force that creature to make a Wisdom saving throw against your spell save. Oh. Oh, you can telepathically link yourself to like someone that like isn't your ally and just shit talk them in your head. Perfect. Beautiful. When you form a telepathic bond with a creature you can force that creature to make a wisdom saving throw against your spell save DC. On a failed save, the creature has disadvantage on attack rolls against you, and you have advantage on attack rolls against that creature for the duration of the bond. You can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest unless you expend a magic pact spell slot. Okay. Eldritch Hex. Your alien patron grants you a powerful curse. You always have the Hex spell prepared. When you cast Hex and choose an ability, target also has disadvantage on saving throws of the chosen ability for the duration of the spell. Okay. I think Hexblade used to have this too. Level 10 Thought Shield. Your thoughts can't be read by telepathy or other means unless you allow it. You also have resistance to psychic damage, and whenever a creature deals psychic damage to you, that creature takes the same amount of damage that you take. That's funny. 14 Krathal. Whenever you cast Summon Apparition, you can modify it that doesn't require concentration. If you do, the spell duration becomes 1 minute for that casting. When Summon Aberration has a number of temporary hit points equal to your Warlock level plus your Charisma, whatever. Okay, cool. The first time each turn the Aberration hits a creature under the effect of your Hex, Aberration deals extra damage. Okay, cool. Interesting. I don't know if it's that good, but it's interesting. This one's interesting. Fiend's good. Fiend's always good. The healing one seemed really good. And once again, besides really liking art, it's just what you expect. Probably really good on a Warlock to have like teleporting around, charming person, all that shit. Probably really good on a Warlock. I really like the healing Warlock. They seemed a lot better, and then Fiend's just classic Fiend. Alright. Wizard. All this looks the same. Level 1 Ritual Adept. Level 2 Scholar. So you get extra stuff. Arcane Recovery. Yep. This is all the same. Whenever you finish short rest, you can study your spellbook and replace one of the level... Oh, okay, so you can just replace wizard spells now. You used to be locked into them like for fucking ever. Look at this. Level 5, and then level 18 you get other class features. That's so funny. Like, a fucking level 5 to level 18 skip is so funny. Get all these spells. What cantrips? I say everything right? Weird they didn't add the sword cantrips in. Everyone likes those. But you can always just ask your DM for them, and I'm sure I'll give them to you. Wizard subclasses. Abjurer. Your study of magic is focused on spells that block, banish, or protect ending harmful effects, banishing evil influence and protecting the weak. Level 3. Abjuration Savant. Choose 2 wizard spells from the Abjuration School, each of which must be no higher than level 2, and add them to your spellbook for free. In addition, whenever you gain access to a new level of spell slots in this class, you can add 1 wizard spell from the Abjuration School to your spellbook for free. Just spells must be of a level for which you have spell slots. Okay, cool. Level 3 Arcane Ward. Oh, is this still the same shit? You can weave magic around yourself for protection. Whenever you cast an abjuration spell with a spell slot. Oh, they nerfed it. You used to be able to spam the fucking cantrip to just fuel this shit up. Use a strand of the spell magic to create a magical ward on yourself that lasts until you finish long rest. The ward has a hit point maximum equal to twice your wizard level plus your intelligence modifier. Whenever you take damage, the ward takes the damage instead. If you have any resistance or vulnerabilities, apply them before reducing the ward's hit points. Damage reduces the ward to 0 hit points. You take any remaining damage. While the ward has 0 hit points, it can't absorb damage, but its magic remains. Whenever you cast an abjuration spell with a spell slot, the ward gains. Yeah, so you used to be able to, like, there was like a tricks you could do where you could spam abjuration cantrips and then just make this thing constantly have infinite health, but now they just said, like, no, you need a spell slot. Y'all are being too goofy. Okay, so it got a little bit nerfed, but it's still a really good subclass. Level 6, Projected Ward. When a creature that you can see within 30 feet of you yourself takes damage, you take a reaction to cause your arcane ward to absorb that damage. Damage reduces. Yep, so they're still really good supports. All the wizard subclasses I'm going to assume are going to be good, because wizard is, like, super fucking busted. Level 10 Spellbreaker, you always have to cast spell and dispel magic spells prepared. Cool. Addition, you can cast Dispel Magic as a bonus action. That's really good. You add your proficiency bonus to its ability check. Hi, Greba. You want some lunch? I'm almost done. Once I'm done with the wizards, I'll be right back. You have advantage on saving throws against spells, and you have resistance to the damage of spells. Jesus. Real solid. Real good. Diviner. There's barely anything going on in this. They like barely drew anything here. Bro wasn't done with the art. Oh, this is the Portent Wizard. Yeah, you can use dice to reroll your spells and reroll your ability saves and force enemies to reroll your ability saves and all that. Yep. Yep, it's all the same. No, this one's whatever. I'm not a huge fan of these, but it's really good at forcing people to, like, fail your fireballs and stuff. Evoker. Evoker's always been really good. This is the vanilla wizard option. And then Illusionist. They call it something different in this. Alright. I'm surprised no War Wizard. That one was super popular. Alright, level 3, choose 2 wizard spells from the Evocation School. Yep, and then you get them. Okay. Level 3, Potent Cantrip. Your damaging cantrips affect even creatures that avoid the brunt of the effect. When you cast a cantrip at a creature and you miss with the attack roll, or that the target succeeds on saving or against cantrip, the target takes half the cantrip damage but suffers no additional effects from the cantrip. Cool. Level 6, Sculpt Spells. This is when you throw a fireball, you can shift the fireball around people so they don't get hit. Powered Evocation. Whenever you cast a wizard spell from the Evocation School, you add your intelligence modifier to 1 damage roll of that spell. Okay, cool. Yeah. So, like, you add your intelligence modifier on all your evocation spells. Really cool. You can increase the power of your spells. When you cast a wizard spell with a spell slot of levels 1 to 5 that deal damage, you can deal maximum damage to that spell on the turn you cast it. First time you do it, you suffer no adverse effects. If you use this feature again before you finish long rest, you take 2d12 necrotic damage for each level of the spell immediately after you cast it. This damage ignores resistance and immunity. Each time you use this feature again before finishing long rest, necrotic spell per level increases by 1d12. So you can basically use all your health points to just absolutely obliterate something with a fireball. That's what Evoker's always been good at. They're just like the standard vanilla wizard, but they're like one of the best blasters in the game. They're just constantly good at poking people down. Alright, Illusionist. And this looks like it's going to be our last one to read. You specialize in magic that dazzles the senses and tricks the minds, and the illusions you craft make the impossible seem real. Illusion Savant, yeah, you get to pick a couple illusion spells, and you get more as you level up. Improved Illusions. You can cast illusion spells without providing verbal components, and an illusion spell you cast has a range of 10 plus feet, the range increases by 60 feet. You also know the minor illusion cantrip if you already know it. You learn a different wizard cantrip of your choice. The cantrip doesn't count against the number of cantrips known. You can create both a sound and an image within a single casting of minor illusion, and cast it as a bonus action. Cool, so like you can just, let's say like you can lure enemies out of a room by like creating like a illusionary bunny that's hopping up and down. They'll be like, what the hell is that? Step out, and then you always have the Summon Beast and Summon Face spells prepared. Whenever you cast either spell, you can change its school to Illusion, which causes summon creatures to appear spectral. You can cast the illusion version of each spell without expending a spell slot, but casting without a slot halves the creature's hit points. Once you cast either spell without a slot, you You must finish a long rest before you can cast a spell in that way again. Okay, cool. So you can cast them for free, but they have weakened HP. And then you can do that once per long rest. That's interesting. And you just have them prepared for free, which is cool. Whenever a creature hits you with an attack roll, you can take a reaction to interpose an illusionary duplicate of yourself between the attacker and yourself. The attack automatically misses you, then the illusion dissipates. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest. You can also restore your use of it by expending a level 2 spell slot. Okay, so you can just you can literally hit your DM with a The fuck you mean These guys seem cool. The old illusion was really the illusion wizard was really up to the DM's discretion on what you could get away with. This one seems like, okay, I'm just gonna summon a bunch of shit. They definitely do seem way more magician themed, as our gnome or halfling here is showing off. Illusionary reality. You have learned to weave shadow magic into your illusion to give them a semi-reality. When you cast an illusion spell with a spell slot, you can choose one inanimate, non-magical object that is part of the illusion and make that object real. You do this on your turn as a bonus action while the spell is ongoing. Magic remains real for 1 minute, during which it can deal damage, or it can't deal damage or give any condition. For example, you can create an illusion of a bridge over a chasm and then make it real and cross it. Yeah, so this is where DM's discretion comes in. Like, there are some illusions where it's like, yeah, you can just, like, greater illusion, yeah, you can just make a castle. You can literally just make, like, a fucking castle or, like, a labyrinth. Like, let's say, like, there's, like, an army chasing you down. You can just make a fucking labyrinth, like, around them, and they're like, oh, this is all fake, and then you just make it real for a minute, and they're like, oh. And they're all just stuck there for a minute. Yeah, Illusion Wizard has always been really good. And this time it seems like they're focusing on, like, giving them a little bit of stuff earlier on, and then they go into their, like, bullshit where they're like, I make an entire fucking castle, and it's real for a minute. Fuck y'all. Which is really cool. Evoker's probably the best damage dealer, easily. Diviner's really good at, like, supporting. It's really good at supporting, but so is Abjurer, and I kind of like, this can support and, like, really, like, save your team and all that. This will support and probably save your team. Like, this is more like absorbing damage from your team. This is more like stopping, like, saving throws against your team and stuff. And then forcing your enemies to fail saving throws and stuff. Damage, and then just fun. This one's definitely the fun one. But yeah, that has been all the classes, subclass changes, and all that stuff. As you can hear from my voice, it is entirely dead. Overall, I will say, Wizard seems about the same. Let's go through it. Hold up. Classes and 5e, just so I can look this up real quick. Okay. Barbarian got buffed to hell. Bard has more exciting options. It didn't really change too much. Cleric is about the same, didn't change too much. Druid got more interesting, I will say. They didn't, like, they got nerfed, but it was something that needed nerfed. And so they got more interesting, is what I'll say. Fighter got buffed a ton. Monk got buffed through the fucking roof. Paladin got nerfed. Ranger got buffed. Ranger did get buffed a lot. Mainly damage-wise. Rogue is just kind of whatever. Their subclass Thief got buffed. And then Assassin seems like it's a little better. Some people might argue that. It's just how I see it. Sorcerer, I have no clue. I don't know anything about Sorcerers. Warlock got changed. Not necessarily like buffed or nerfed. It just does stuff differently now, which is cool. And Wizard basically is the exact same. It just also got changed, is how I would describe it. But yeah, that's all I got. Where am I at here? Oh my gosh. My voice is shot. I can barely talk. But yeah, that was the stream. I really hope Wizards doesn't sue me for going over this illegally attained PDF. And I'm probably going to get copyright struck in the video as well, too. But yeah. That's all I got. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for tuning in, as per usual. My cats want food. They're bugging me about food. They're hungry. I'm hungry. So that's all I got. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see y'all when I do. I have cat hair all over my hands.